Hello everybody, welcome back to Bloodborne. Today I'm going to be continuing the gun-only challenge run. And I even decided to put gun in the title of the video this time. See if YouTube will let me get away with it. Probably not, but at the end of the day it really doesn't matter. Maybe I'll get one viewer instead of 3. Okay, I got my chat window open. Let's see. I'm actually just going to post one stream link today. This is kind of late anyway. And I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming today. We shall see. Go to my channel. Go here. And here. Alright. Now, one thing I have to do is actually figure out what the heck I was doing last time, because I did take a break from this challenge. Last week I just streamed regular dungeon stuff. So it looks like we have Central Femero. I can't tell if I didn't clear it. I definitely didn't clear this yet. So I might just hop in there and fight whatever is like the last boss that's available. Looks like I don't have any other chalices. I do have Ailing Loran. Okay, so I cleared the Nightmare. I must have cleared the Nightmare Frontier during the last stream. Did I start on the DLC yet? I must have at least started on the DLC. I don't think I would have fought Ludwig yet with my current setup. At what point in the game would I be at, though? Did I get, Canehurst? Okay. I've been to Canehurst, I know, because I have the Raider Clash, of course. I think we already have access to, Yahar'gul. But I wanted to wait and fight the Gank Squad later. Okay, I'm remembering now. I got to Yahar'gul, but I wanted to wait and I wanted to go fight the Gank Squad later on. So let's push that back a little bit further. I want to go check out what's in here. Before I do that, I suppose I'll just restock my items, which I haven't done yet for some reason. I probably was tired at the end of the last stream or something. Oh yeah, we're really low on vials and bullets right now, okay. So we must have just been doing something intense. In that case, actually, let's go to Yahar'gul, because that's where we're going to get the most echoes. Chapel. I forgot to fill up my water bottle before the stream. Or rather, normally I do it like well in advance, like before I start streaming. And I keep it in the fridge so it gets really cold. But today I forgot to do it, so I just had to fill it up like right before streaming. So now I just have kind of warm water to drink. It's not as good. But alas, it's what I have. Alright. So this area is probably going to be a pain in the butt. I'm trying to think about how I want to tackle this issue. I guess we should first see what our damage is like against these guys. If possible, I kind of do. I would like to just chip them down. Oh, that was bad. That was about as bad as it could have gone. Okay. At least we got some bullets back. Man, they take a lot of shots to kill. The problem is, by the time I finish killing them, the witch is going to bring them back to life. And I want to go deal with her. Yeah. Okay, that will give me a temporary relief. They're not really giving as many echoes as I wanted either. It's fine. I think I like the strategy of slowly chipping the enemies down, just because of the fact that we don't have a lot of echoes and bullets right now, and killing these guys will give us echoes. Yeah, I'm definitely out of practice right now. I put this challenge run on hold for a week, which means it's been effectively 2 weeks since the last time I played it. Okay, I don't want to deal with these guys. I don't want to fight him with the other guy shooting at me, is the problem. I want to, like, draw him up here, away from the gunfire. Yeah, like, here's good. really good at dodging most of these bullets, I will say. I'll give myself credit for that. Doing a really good job dodging these bullets. I did get hit by one, but it was like while the guy was off screen. It was like the first bullet that hit me. Ever since then, I've just been dodging everything like a pro. Perfect. Okay. We're a little bit down on resources, but not too bad. There's a bunch of blood vials over here, so we can definitely get some restocking on. That's fine. Gotta get a little bit used to fighting the enemies in this area, but other than that, we're doing okay. I don't know if I should have healed there. I probably could have let the regen do some work. Alright, I'm still not going to fight the gank squad yet. What I'm going to do is just go through this side door that I opened up later in the run. I'll come back and fight these guys later, because I want to do it as part of the run, but it's something that you can't really do with my current stats. And I think I still have like a +7 gun. Yeah, like, you can't do this with like a +7 gun. I'll come back here once I have like +9 or +10. Alright, I kind of don't want to fight these guys if I don't have to, so I'm going to try to avoid aggroing them whenever possible. That one just wasn't fair. His rate of fire is way too fast. I haven't quite figured out the right combination of bullets to use on these guys yet. I feel like I'm wasting bullets on them, but it's tricky. I have 5 shots per guy, so might as well use 5 shots. Yeah, it seems like 5 bullets is actually kind of right in the sweet spot anyway. Just constantly reloading. If I could kill these the guys who replace the pigs, it would be nice, because they do give a lot of echoes. Okay. There's a lot of chunks in this area that I want to find before we go anywhere else, because then we'll be able to upgrade our weapons. There's chunks over there too. Hey Mike, thanks for stopping by. Oop, we're just continuing our little gun-only challenge run. There we go. If I get him on the counter hit, I can kill him with a single shot because he has like no armor whatsoever. All right, I do want to use this elevator, but I don't want to go yet. I want to go over here and try to get as many chunks as I can. So there's some down there, which are going to be really tricky to get because you got to either fight that guy or run past him. If you run past him, he might charge me from behind and kill me with one hit, which would be bad. There's definitely more chunks over there too. See, there's like a chunk there, and then there's also chunks downstairs. You know what? I'll fight this one guy. The problem is there's another one over there, and I don't want him to come up behind me while I'm fighting this guy. I'll fight this one. They can't be parried. I can at least counter hit him. Okay, that's actually pretty good damage. That's better than I expected. That actually wasn't too bad. If I have enough bullets, I can kind of chip these guys down. All right, so over here we're gonna have 2 bloodstone chunks. How many do we have now? 11. That's really good. That's a really good number. What is our repeating pistol on? Ooh, that means we can get to +9 with our main weapon. I want to get to +9 with both weapons at some point. Okay, there's going to be another guy who's going to jump out of here. I'm going to use Bone Marrow Ash preemptively. Ooh, nice. Okay, yeah, that's definitely the play. Bone Marrow Ash counter hit on these guys takes off most of their health bar. There's another 2 chunks. I don't know about drawing these guys. I don't think they're guarding anything. I don't see an item over there. It's just like 3 guys, but they're like there's no item. There's no reason to actually fight these guys. I'll do it anyway, just because they get one shot with the Bone Marrow Ash, and they give. I don't know if 1600 is worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that for now. I'm gonna go head over here. There's more stuff down here, more chunks to be found. I gotta be careful of the guy over here on the stairs, because if he ever notices me, he's gonna charge at me and kill me from behind. Okay, looks like he just actually wants to hang out down there. He doesn't want to come up here. Oh, there is items over there that I haven't picked up yet. I'll go deal with him later. What's the weird stretchy sound? I'm not sure. Does it sound like it's coming from the game, or does it sound like it's coming from my microphone? because those are two very different problems. Hopefully it's coming from the game and it's just like a weird Bloodborne sound. If it's coming from my microphone, then I might need to take a second to figure out what's going on. I don't think there's a chunk over here. No, this is where a twin shard used to be. The chunk is in here. It's where the body snatchers used to hang out. Now this guy can be parried. That's tricky though. Okay, I got him. Yeah, he has way too much HP. Oh my god. I'll have to use Bone Marrow Ash on him. He just has too much HP. You can't really tell where it's coming from. Okay. It's still going though, like you're still hearing a weird sound? Because if so, it's probably coming from my microphone, which is going to be annoying to fix. Yeah, you think it might be the mic? Okay, give me 1 second. How do I want to fix this? Does it sound any better now? Does it sound any better now? It's gone. Yeah, that's what I thought. You don't hear it? Is it still gone? Or did it come back? I just wasn't sure if it went away just because I muted the mic or if I actually got rid of it. I think it's gone. Okay. I muted the mic while I was messing with it, so it might have just gone away because of that. But if it's actually gone, then that's a good thing. Get some bloodstone chunks. We're up to 15 now, and I think there's more in the basement area. It was gone when the mic stopped, so it is back again. Okay, well that's really bad news, because that means it is coming from the mic, but it also means that what I tried to do also didn't fix the problem. How annoying is it? I guess that's my next question. Because I don't know if I can really fix it right now. It's a bit annoying. Okay, well, thanks for being honest. Let's see. I just have to think about, like, how can I fix this problem, like, while I'm streaming. Let me finish clearing out this area first, so there's no enemies around me. I thought what I did when I turned off the mic might have fixed it, but I guess not. I feel like I have a couple guesses as to what could be causing it. The problem is, when I turned the mic back on, I tested it on my end really quickly, and I didn't hear anything, so I thought it was gone. But it turns out it's not actually gone, which makes the problem even worse. Hey, Patrick, thanks for being here. Hey, Spade, thanks for stopping by. You must be new, I think. I'm gonna mute the microphone again really quick. I'm trying to get... Apparently there's like a stretchy sound. I'm trying to get rid of it. But oh, that was a wasted bullet. But I'm not exactly sure 100% what the problem is, so it's a little bit difficult to fix. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to mute it really quick. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, because if I can't fix it in 2 minutes, I probably can't fix it at all. Okay, I am back, I think. Okay, no, now I think I'm back. Hopefully that's fixed. Bloodborne noises. Yeah, if it's not fixed now, we're just gonna have to imagine that it's noises coming from the game, because there's it's a mystery. The noise is still there. Okay, we're just gonna have to ignore it then. Sorry. There's not much else I can do at this point. I don't have a backup mic ready. This is actually the mic that I bought when my other microphone stopped working. So if this one also messes up, which seems to be the case, then I'm kind of in a tough spot. Alright, so I'm not going to fight that guy over there yet. I'm going to try to go over here without drawing any aggro, which I think is possible. Yes. I'm just going to sneak past these guys again. It's a little fuzzy, but not bad. You hear a baby crying. It must be Bloodborne sensitive. If you hear a baby crying, that really is coming from Bloodborne. Definitely no babies here. I can say that much at least. Alright, is it worth the risk going down here to fight this guy when the item down there is probably trash? I think it is, just because of the fact that I can kill him with a single bone marrow ash. Whatever you're holding, whatever you're guarding, let me have it. Yeah. Those sirens are definitely coming from my end. Ooh, a kin hunter's a damp gem. That's interesting. I didn't even know these guys dropped gems. It's just a crappy attack versus the kin up, but it's still pretty cool that they dropped something. Actually, I want to look at that up close. I don't really find very many kin hunter gems. It's got a cool color to it. See how the normal tempering gems are red, but the kin hunter gems are like a little bit, I don't know, it's almost like more of an orange color or like a brown color. It's very interesting. Alright, let's see what he was guarding. It's probably a madman's knowledge. Yep, that was not worth it at all. Alright, we're gonna go access the elevator now. Cool gem. Oops, I don't know how I just walked into a wall. That's what you get for reading chat. This area reminds me of the run that leads up to the One Reborn. Yeah, that's actually where I am. I'll show you. If you ever have trouble getting to the One Reborn, I'll also show you a little trick to reach him more quickly. So over here is an elevator. You can get here almost without fighting any enemies. If you sneak out of the chapel, you can get over here. You can get on this elevator. It leads upstairs. And this effectively functions as like a new shortcut, because over here is the lamp, like the very first lamp of the area. You see where the amygdala is up there, and you come down here, you get like a helmet or a hat, and then there's an elevator over here, and when you go into the elevator, there's a little gap over here when you're falling down, and this basically leads to the teleporter that takes you right to the One Reborn. Oh, watch out. Dog actually has some moves. Oh, his buddy heard me. He must have heard the gunshots because he came running before I even saw him. Alright, there's going to be a little bug over here that has some more bloodstone chunks. I got to make sure I kill him. Yes, you. Alright, we're running low on bullets, but it's okay because we're pretty much done exploring for right now. I do want to kill this guy. He's guarding a few more chunks. God, I've used so many bone marrow ash, though. If I could just do visceral attacks, this run would be so much easier. Alright, how do I get this guy's attention? Got him. Ah, that would have been the time to parry him, too. I gotta reload. Watch out. Do your slow jumping attack. No. Okay, got him. Twin bloodstone shards is what they usually drop, not that useful. Okay, we got one more chunk. We did all that for one more chunk. We're up to 20 chunks, which is a pretty good amount. I'm gonna use the bold hunter's mark, and when we come back, oh, hold on. This is tricky. I was gonna say when we come back we can use the elevator on the other side, which we can technically do, but it's not there right now. Let me think about whether there's any other chunks through here. Okay, so this is where the teleporter is. And once you're here, I'm still wondering what is causing that stretching noise, though. It's kind of bugging me now, too. Okay, so once you're here, if you just go straight across this bridge, this takes you right to where the One Reborn is. You just drop down over there, and you go fight him. I'm going to kill this witch before I do anything else. It's reloading. I got to be extremely efficient with my bullet use, though. And even my regen too. Like, I gotta get as much out of this regen as possible. I have so few bullets, so few vials. So you climb down there, and then the one reborn boss fight is right over there. So you can just basically take this teleporter, take the elevator, and you coat right to the boss without having to fight anything. Which I will show off the route again because I'm going to go back that way when I go to fight the boss. Alright, I'm going to have to fight this fellow here, which is going to be a pain. Ooh, 6 vials. Okay, that helps a lot. It's like the best I can do with these guys is parry them while getting hit. Nope, don't want to let him kill me. I've come too far to die here. Just take him out with a blood bullet. I couldn't afford to try and set up a parry there. I honestly wish they would drop vials more than I wish they would drop twin shards, because the twin shards are pretty useless to me at this point. Vials would be actually extremely useful while trying to explore this area. The problem is I think these red enemies don't actually ever drop vials or any consumables, which makes this area much harder to explore than it should be. Alright, I believe there's a chunk over here too, or there's something over here. I don't know if it's a chunk, but there's something over here. It is Frenzied Cold Blood. That's actually moderately useful. We can use that to restock when we go back. Is there nothing over here? Are there really no chunks here? I guess not. So basically down there on the ground floor, there's just a bunch of enemies that are not worth fighting. But there is more stuff in this house over here. I'm going to grab this before we finish exploring this area. Do I have the lantern? I don't think I ever bought the lantern because I've never had like money to spare in this entire run. Oh, watch out. God, these guys are brutal. The problem is, oh, this guy over here is guarding the last chunk and I want it so badly. Got 3 BMAs. How was that not a parry? And I wasted my bone marrow ash too as a result. And I have no bullets left. Get up here. What in the world? I saw him doing that too. It's not like I got caught off guard. It's like I was literally ready to parry him, but I couldn't lock onto him. And so I was like trying to do it, but then, so like the corner stopped me from locking onto him, but it didn't stop him from jumping through the corner and grabbing me. It's basically the full explanation. Oh, it wasn't even a chunk, but it was a tempering gem, which might be good. I'm not sure. We'll check when we go back. Alright, well, we're up to 41,000. We'll probably have barely just enough to buy back all the items that we spent. Oh, not to mention the fact that we have like no vials and no bullets. But we have a lot of consumables, I think. And possibly things to sell as well. Yeah, we're literally down to 3 vials and 1 bullet. That was weird. I got a new chat, but it didn't show up in the actual chat window. Let me go back and check on that. Alright. Oh, well, we're up to 11 and 10 somehow. I don't know how that happened. Oh, they must have come out of the storage in here. They must have come out of the storage. No, because they normally come out of storage. No, they don't come out of storage automatically when you use a Bolt Hunter's Mark. That's why. I was wondering where those came from. Alright, so repeating pistol, definitely upgrading us to +9. Next thing we got to do is start upgrading our Raider Pelage. We need... Oh, if we could have just gotten one more chunk. And I think there is one too. I'm going to go look for it. I always forget whether there actually is one or not, but I always think that there's one over here in this area. So I'm going to go look for it. If we can get the Raider Pelage to +9 as well, that would be absolutely epic. I'm reopening the chat window now. So I've got to restock pretty much everything. Hold on. I'm actually going to do this. Okay. Yeah, I do have bone marrow ash in storage. I'm actually going to take these ones out, the ones that I put into storage later, because that's going to save me a lot of blood echoes right now that I cannot afford to spend on Bone Marrow Ash. The next thing I'm also going to do is see about using Insight to replace Fire Paper, but we didn't actually use any, so we're fine. But I will remember that for later. Okay, what else would we need to replace? I think we actually kind of saved it just from doing that. Just from that Bone Marrow Ash that we put into storage way earlier in the run. That just kind of came in clutch right now. Alright, next we're going to buy at least 9 vials and at least 10 bullets. That leaves us with some echoes left, which we can maybe use to boost our damage. I think one Reborn is going to be a little bit tricky. He's not an enemy that you normally fight with a gun. I think I'm actually going to go to 25 Vitality so he doesn't kill me too fast. I'm going to spend the rest on echoes, on bullets and vials. And I'm going to go make what I think is not going to be a serious attempt. I just want to go see, like... Okay, so this time we're going to go to the Unseen Village lamp, which is at the start of the area, and then we can use the elevator to access that shortcut again. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make what I think is probably not going to be a serious attempt. I just want to see what our damage against him is like, what his damage against us is like, and while I'm there, I'm also going to check to see if I can get the other Bloodstone chunk. One Reborn tends to be a little bit of a difficulty check for challenge runs, and especially low-level runs. He's just one of those bosses who has a lot of HP, a lot of defense, he hits really hard. So if you're doing anything where you're going to be slightly under-leveled or where you're like restricted to challenge run rules, it can be very difficult to chip through his massive health bar and defense while also not getting killed by him. Oh, that was my mistake. I forgot to switch to my gun. It's okay though, I didn't actually hit him. Wasted bullet there. I don't know why that happens sometimes. The Raider Palash just like goes back to the sword form on its own. Alright, we're gonna have to fight these dogs again, probably. Come here, doggo. I feel like I did a lot more damage last time. Problem is the other one seems to hear me and come running. Yeah, there he is. He's already coming. Oh, he actually didn't notice me this time. It seems like last time it felt like the bullet one-shot them, but now it's like not doing that anymore. Oh, it was only when he was off balance, though. I guess that they're not off balance while they're still in the middle of that attack, which is interesting. The one Reborn is normally made easier because of the limb breaking. It's possible to break. Is it possible to break with a gun, or will my DPS be way too low? Hey, Brain Control. I'm gonna try to break his limbs, but yeah, if I can't break his limbs, the fight's gonna be significantly harder. That was also basically my exact thought. It's gonna come down to whether I can break the limbs or not. Almost had that one. Oh, that's actually a really good drop. Those 2 vials basically make up the vials that we spent getting here, plus this lady drops bullets. Okay, we're actually in a good position to give this fight a serious attempt. Oh, more sirens. Okay, so what I'm going to do is run all the way to the end of both of these balconies, because there's items over here. I think there's an item on both sides, or there's only an item on one side, and I can't remember if one of them is a chunk or not. So that one's a Madman's Knowledge. The other one might be a chunk. If it's a chunk, then it's like MVP status for this run, because that's going to give us the +9 Raider Palash that we badly need. Why is it harder to play with a gun? So guns use ammunition. You can see in the top left corner there's like a little bottle with the number 20. Those are my health potions, and then there's a bullet icon with 20 and then +5. Those are my bullets. The only way, by the way, no chunk there, so this is a waste of time. I have to remind myself this is a waste of time. Never bother going down here. Okay, so anyway, every time I shoot, I use either 1 or 2 bullets, so I'm constantly running out of ammunition. So if I'm restricting myself to only using a gun, I'm very limited in how many times I can shoot. The only way to restock is by dealing damage to myself, which means that whenever I want to reload my gun, I have to damage myself, which means that enemies can attack me while I'm low on health. They can kill me very easily. And on top of that, I can't really afford to get hit by enemies, because if I ever take damage and I have to use potions to heal myself, I can no longer use those potions to restock my ammunition. So you run out of ammo really fast, you have to take damage to restock your ammo. You basically have to perfectly dodge enemies all the time so that you're not getting hit, because getting hit is basically wasting ammo. Anytime you're reloading, you're at risk of being one-shot by enemies because you're going to be on low health. Your damage is going to be a little bit lower, and your attack speed is also going to be slower compared to using a melee weapon. So there's so many reasons why it's just a lot harder, but there are advantages too. One of the advantages of playing with the gun only, or just having a gun in general, because you can use this for normal gameplay, is that you can attack enemies safely from a distance, which makes a huge difference for some of the most dangerous enemies in the game. And if you know how to optimize the damage of your guns, it can be an extremely effective tool, especially in the Chalice dungeons, where you have half health and there are some extremely dangerous enemies. You can either draw out enemies from a distance, or if something is really dangerous, you can chip it down really fast with like 2 or 3 gunshots before it has time to do anything. And that prevents the need to have to fight some of the most dangerous enemies in the game, like, head to head, if you don't feel confident fighting them in melee. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to run around and ignore this guy. He has an entire entourage with him. They hang out up here. This is like his cheer squad. We're going to go take out the cheer squad. I'm going to hope that I can kill them with at least... Okay, that's actually really good. They have less health and less defense than the ones outside. Okay, so I'm going to show you the reload process. So if you watch my health bar, I'm damaging myself. Now I'm down to half health. But that gave me back 5 temporary bullets. Okay, this is really good. The fact that I can two-shot these enemies is extremely good. Because it means I can basically take them out with only using temporary blood bullets. The problem is he can shoot me while I'm up here on the balcony too, so I have to be really careful about where I'm standing. I believe this is a bunch of temporary bullets, so I'm going to leave them for now. I'll come back and grab them later if I run out of bullets later. I also just remembered I actually took out my regen gem that I was using during the last stream, so actually I don't have to worry about regen anymore. Which is, I guess, a little bit of a relief. Alright, I'm going to see what my damage is like now. The problem is you want to be close so that you're dealing full damage. One good thing is actually getting close to him is a little bit tough with those legs kicking. Okay, so I've encountered an immediate issue, is when I'm locked onto him, I can't target the body parts that I want to, and my damage is also really low. But watch out. So, 2 problems with this fight. Watch out. I can't target the body parts that I want with lock-on, and my damage is also really low. Yeah, 198 damage is not enough. Especially when you can start doing stuff like this. Okay, let me think about how I want to solve this problem. Oh, hold on. I just remembered. Okay, I'm going to start with using the fire piper now. Then not too bad, actually. I think I broke his body part, which means I can potentially break the leg now. Yeah, I'm not dealing enough damage is the problem. I think that's a break. Yeah, so the problem is I'm not dealing enough damage. I can't keep him stun-locked and break a limb while he's still on the ground, but I can still break the limbs. I can still break the limbs, I just can't keep them locked in place, like forever. Watch out, watch out. I can still break this limb on the left-hand side. This is going to turn into a... I don't know if I can make this into a serious attempt. The issue is that I'm already down on 10 vials. Oh my god, and I got hit too. That's just like the one time when you cannot afford to get hit. Yep, yep, okay. We're gonna have to come back later. We can't do this fight right now. How do you get more damage? Basically, the only way I can get more damage right now, so the upgrade, right now I have a +9 weapon, which is, the maximum is +10. The only way to get a +10 weapon is to get past this boss, because the material to make a +10 weapon is after him. So I can't increase my damage by upgrading my weapon. I can increase my damage by upgrading my stats. So if I find a way to level up my stats, I'll be able to get a little bit more damage that way. The other way is by adding blood gems to my weapon, which give you like an extra percent, excuse me, an extra percent damage, which I'm actually going to go to the workbench now and see if I picked up a better gem or not earlier. So I will show off that feature now. I actually don't have any good blood gems right now, so this might be the path to victory. Okay, so right now in my Raider Palash I have, you can see on the right hand side, +9, +8, and then +9%. So these are the gems that I have. So without those gems equipped, my weapon does 131 plus 30 damage. If you look there under blood attack, that's your gun damage is blood attack, 131 plus 30 damage. So if I add these gems, I can add... Okay, this is the gem I picked up earlier, and it is a very good gem. It's +18. So this is way better than what we had before. So this brings our damage from +20 to +48. And then you go here, or actually, sorry, it's from +30 to +59. And then you go here, I've got another gem slot. I can go from +59 to +75. And then from here, I can go +75 to +93, it looks like. If we can get more gems in like the +18 range, we can get a lot more extra damage. So basically, we're going from 160 damage to... Got my calculator right here, 224 damage. So if you look over 160, we basically get like an extra 40% damage from our gems, but we can boost this even further. So I think what we need to do now is go gem hunting and then also level up while we're doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go gem hunting, and while I'm there, I'm going to try to hopefully get some more blood echoes for leveling up. I'm going to use this to buy more bullets while I'm here too. Yeah, we'll go back. We'll give the one reborn more serious attempts later, but I don't think I have the power to get through him right now. He's very much a DPS check more than any other boss in the game. And right now, we just don't have the power to get past him. We could do it if we had a melee weapon. Like, if I could use a saw cleaver, I could beat him right now. But I cannot do that. Brain Control says they are a calculator. I keep my calculator with me on my desk every single day. I use it all the time. It's like one of my favorite tools. I'm going to try one thing really quick, which might fix the microphone. Alright, I don't know if that worked, but I think it was worth an attempt. Alright, so I don't know if we got the lever on this floor yet, or if we just activated the lamp, so I'm going to check that first. Okay, so we haven't gotten the lever on this floor yet, so we got a little bit of exploring to do. There's a bagman over here. I'm going to deal with bagman. Perfect. That's another advantage of the guns. If you shoot the enemy while they're in the middle of attack animation, they fall on the ground, and while they're on the ground, they take I think it's double damage. It's either 1.4 damage or it's double damage, but either way, it's a big damage boost, and with the extra damage combined with other factors, you can really boost the power of your other gun. This is why I'm using two guns. My right-hand gun is for interrupting enemy attacks. My left-hand gun is for doing maximized damage whenever I have the advantage. Be very careful about that woman over there. She's going to relentlessly shoot fireballs at me. I actually got a parry there, but it didn't matter because he was dead anyway. Okay, looks like I can kill these guys with 2 shots either way. I'm going to wait for this guy to turn around, yeah. I'm going to run over here. These women are really annoying. Good thing is, like I said, when you have a gun, you can take out the annoying enemies in Chalice Dungeons a lot more safely. If you run up to her and try to melee attack her, the problem is that... Hold on a second. I can't afford to stop and talk right now if these guys are going to be coming after me. If you try to run up and melee attack those enemies, the problem is that they summon fireballs to shoot at you from range, but the fireballs actually work as like a body block too. Like while the fireball is in front of her, if I try to melee attack her, the fireball can still hit me. If I attack into the fireball, I take a ton of bonus damage too. So it's extremely difficult to fight these enemies with melee weapons. But if you have a gun, as I do, you can basically run up and just like shoot them without getting close to the fireball. The other thing is these bell ringers here, they constantly summon reinforcements, as you're seeing. It can be tricky to fight them with the reinforcements chasing you, but if you have a gun, you can just shoot them from a safe distance, and then all of their summoned creatures will die. So that's one of the other advantages of the gun. Alright, this one's being guarded by, it looks like a guy with a scattershot gun. Oops. I'm actually going to ignore him, he can't really do anything to me. Yeah, and then I'm going to run back to the lamp. No items over there. I think there's an item over here. There's either an item over here or an enemy over here. I don't know which it is. I'm going to find out the hard way. I don't see any enemies. Yeah, there's a chest here. I knew that. I always remember that for some reason this is like a weird chest that's in a very weird spot. Like there's not usually a chest in a spot like that. And I guess that's the reason why I always remember it. I'm not sure. It's kind of funny though. Over here is an NPC that you can summon to help you with the boss. Not really my cup of tea. I don't usually like summoning NPCs to help with boss fights. Typically, they just give the boss more health. Because when you have a companion with you, the boss gets an extra, I think, 20% health. Whatever the amount is, it's really not worth it because NPCs don't know how to fight bosses. They just stand there and they get hit repeatedly. And then they die, and then you're left fighting a boss by yourself. But the boss still has buffed health, so it's not worth it. There's no treasure room to explore here, so we're going to go right in and fight the boss. Is there a difficulty? If so, what difficulty are you on? There's no difficulty settings in Bloodborne. There's just one difficulty, and it's really hard. So I'm playing the really hard mode. Hey, Oak. Thanks for stopping by. Good evening. Nice to see you today. It's a little bit late there, I believe. It should be after midnight where you live, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, looks like our last boss is Pthumerian Descendant. This guy is technically parryable. It's a little bit tricky, though. I'm not good at parrying him. Okay, as I say that, as I just parry him immediately. All right, well, if we're gonna be getting parries, maybe we equip our Bone Marrow Ash. Annoying. I hate when he does that. I want him to do something I can parry. Yeah. Get the Bone Marrow Ash damage. I'm not going to do Bone Marrow Ash anymore because it's very tough for me to get parries during this phase, but oh my god, I hate when he does that. Yeah, literally that attack is like impossible to dodge and he just spams it. It's so annoying. I really wish I had my blunderbuss, I will say. Ooh, nice, I actually got a parry there. I will use the... God, stop doing that! I will use the repeating pistol whenever he's on the ground, but I'm not going to load Bone Marrow Ash because it does expire. It does expire after a certain time, and if it expires, I would lose out on a lot of damage. Nice. He's got a pretty high blood defense, it seems. Dude, you're an absolute clown for that. Honestly, like any enemy in this game who just stands there spamming ranged attacks is a clown. As I say, as I'm using a gun only, of course, but it's a little different in my case. It actually puts me at a disadvantage. For these enemies, it actually gives them a huge advantage because they don't have ammunition. They can just fire at you non-stop. And typically with attacks that have like a really fast wind-up time and are very difficult to dodge. Okay, so with that, we got our lower Pthumeru Chalice. Down there, we can definitely start finding better blood gems. It's 2:20 for you. It's 21:20 for you. Okay, so it's not even midnight yet there. I guess I was wrong. 2:20 p.m.'s not bad at all. Oh, Brain Control, you're pretty similar to where I am. You must be like Canadian, American, maybe living in South America. I'm not sure. I've got a pretty high percentage of viewers from South America. I check my stats every so often. I always find it really interesting to see like where people are watching from. And I definitely get viewers from South America. Philippines is a really big one. Indonesia, I know Indonesia is not in South America. I'm just saying like other countries where I get lots of viewers from. Trying to think of any other places. I don't know what it is either because the only language I know how to speak is English, and so maybe people watch my stream if they're like trying to learn English and stuff like that. Or they just don't care about the language. Like, I actually watch streams sometimes in languages that I don't understand, so it could be something similar to that. But I also watch a lot of streams in Japanese, which is good practice for learning Japanese, so I wonder if people do the same. Okay, so I need 3,200 blood echoes to make this chalice. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to use this one. That's enough. Moose Central, Canadian, yeah. Manitoba is on the line of the bottom of North America. It's on the line of the bottom of North America. Ah, I see. I think I understand. Alright, so this is the lower Thumero chalice that we just got. This is basically depth 3, which is pretty close to the difficulty level at the end of the game. So we're kind of at the point where if we go in here, we have to fight endgame enemies. If we go back to Yahar'gul, we have to fight endgame enemies. If we go to the DLC, we have to fight endgame enemies. There's not any like safe place for us to go anymore. Anywhere that we go, we're going to be fighting like some of the most difficult endgame level threats. I did use the strategy where I'm going to be using Insight to buy fire paper from now on because it's very expensive, but it's also very effective. So, and the Insight, I can't really use the Insight for anything else. Gamer MNK says, how's the gun-only playthrough going? It's going pretty well. As I was just saying, we kind of hit, I wouldn't say a wall, but we can't get past 1 reborn right now with our current damage. So we have to sidetrack a little bit. I'm going to spend a little time in the Chalice dungeons. I might spend a little time in the DLC. I might go back to some of the optional side areas in the game. But either way, I just have to spend a little bit of time building up my weapon, finding some decent blood gems, and also hopefully I can start making a little bit of a profit on killing enemies where I'm getting enough blood echoes back from killing them to not only restock the bullets that we're using, but also potentially level up. Because if I can gain a few levels, I can get a little bit more damage output, and that will also go a long way. 1 reborn has too much health for no reason. Yeah, basically. He has a lot of health, a lot of defense, and he hits so hard. So if you're not a high enough level, he can actually be pretty difficult. The funny thing is, like, if you are a high enough level, he's actually very easy. Against enemies like this, it makes gun only seem easy. Like, that seems easy. What I just did there seems easy. But it's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot of tricky things you have to consider. And the fact that those spiders are taking 4 bullets to kill each is a little bit of a problem for us. I'm gonna waste a bullet there. I have to restock anyway. I just don't want to get hit behind from that trap later if I forget about it. I'm gonna try to hit the spiders while they're off balance. Yeah, that's worth it. And I did just step on the trap, by the way, so that would have killed me if I hadn't destroyed that thing earlier. There you go. If you hit enemies while they're off balance, they take extra damage, which is a very important thing to do, especially with not only with your gun in general, but if you're restricted to the gun only, it's very important. And also, honestly, even if you're using like regular melee setups, it's actually nice to be able to know how to do that. The guy you find in Canehurst, right? Raider. Oh yeah, Raider Palash. Brain Control's heading out. See you later, Brain Control. Yeah, I'm using the Raider Palash in the right hand. It's the best gun to deal damage like per bullet. And then in the left hand, I'm using the repeating pistol, which deals the maximum amount of damage for when I'm attacking enemies like, while they're off balance. So basically, I'm going to be shooting with my right hand mostly for dealing, just for like dealing damage over time or for knocking enemies off balance. But then once they're on the ground, I will hit them with the Raider, with the repeating pistol. So I can, which I will actually show off that technique right now. So while he's on the ground, repeating pistol, bone marrow ash, 1400 damage. You can basically one-shot enemies with the repeating pistol if you know how to set up your shots. This was a really nice dungeon to sidetrack into, by the way, because there's a ton of blood vials and quicksilver bullets just like on the floor that you can pick up for free. And because the shop is very expensive, everything that we pick up is worth like thousands of echoes. Is there a boss that had you stuck in your first gun only run? That was a long time ago, so I honestly don't remember. If I have to be honest, I honestly don't remember my first gun only challenge. It was like, God, at this point, maybe 6 years ago. And I did it off stream too. If you were able to get the bug assault gun, the spiders would die easily. Yeah, or a pesticide gun. If you have 20 plus 5 plus 11, 15, 25 plus... Oh, sorry, 20 bullets plus the 5 I have, plus 115 based on blood vials. Yeah, that's the key of the gun only challenge run, is you're constantly restocking blood bullets. So really, every vial is worth 5 bullets, and that's like your main resource. I'm gonna attack this wall really quick. Just check if it's illusionary. I'm allowed to use my sword for random stuff like that. I can't use it to attack, but for like attacking illusionary walls and things, it's fine. And also, I said this earlier, but the button to shoot is the same button to do the jump attack. So if I ever accidentally do a jumping attack, I'm not going to count that against myself. This guy's a little bit tricky to fight. I might just BMA him, honestly. Yeah. I'm just going to BMA him. It's too risky to go for parries. You can just hit him while he's off balance and kill him. Ooh, Adept Blood Gemstone. It's not useful for our build. I want to look at it though, see what color it is. So this one is like more of a pink color. You can see the Tempering Stones are like a dark red. The Adept Stones are a little bit lighter. They're like a pink color. Let's see if that fight was worth it. Anything useful over here that you were guarding, my friend? Ritual Blood 3, not useful at all. Huge waste of my time. But he gave some blood echoes. So that's something, I suppose. We came from over there. So it looks like we just have to clear out this balcony and then drop back downstairs. Yeah, the enemies are starting to take a lot more shots to kill, but keep in mind I'm still getting about 1,000 from each enemy. And so even if I use 5 bullets, that's worth like 1 blood vial. And 1 blood vial costs less than 1,000. So we are technically making a profit here. Oh, I got the parry. If I'd actually got that parry, I probably could have finished him off there. How am I getting these parries? But I keep getting the parries, but I'm shooting the guy that I don't want to shoot. That's the problem with fighting 2 enemies at the same time. That's what I was trying to do. It's much easier when there's just 1 guy in front of you. Plus, whenever they drop vials, like that right there, you always make a huge profit. Okay. He really didn't want to attack me. I'm just going to finish him off with regular shots. It's not worth it to stand here fishing for parries against an enemy like that who's really passive. It's weird that he drops fewer echoes than the guy with less defense and less HP. I don't think there's an enemy in here. No. Is there a wall over here? Remember friend. Reeks of secret. Treasure waits ahead. Oh wow, there's actually something. I thought they were trolling me. There's actually something over here. Interesting. The Cursed and Defiled dungeons must suck when you have to get more bullets. Yeah, I can't remember. I did the Defiled Chalice on one of my gun-only runs. This is like my 5th or 6th gun-only run, by the way. But this is going to be the first time that I'm ever streaming a run where I do 100% completion. And give commentary the whole way. So, it's still worth doing. But anyway, what was I saying? Something about the Defiled Chalice. Yeah, I can't remember how difficult the Defiled Chalice is. I know it's going to be tough, but I can't remember exactly how hard it's going to be. It's definitely going to be brutal. It was difficult in the gun only challenge. The thing is, sometimes there's stuff that's like tougher than the Defiled Chalice. Like honestly, the thing about the Defiled Chalice is that it is only depth 4. If you go down to the depth 5 chalices, some of them have sections that are a little bit more difficult, and particularly if you start exploring depth 5 chalices that are also cursed, it's basically like the Defiled Chalice, but even harder, and also randomized, so you never know what you're going to get. So it can be significantly harder. Okay, so I think this is a shortcut. Okay, I think I know where we are. I'm pretty sure I know where we are. Yeah, I know exactly where we are. This is a really annoying section. There's going to be a ton of spiders running at me very soon, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to try to draw them over here. I'll get rid of this guy too. One less enemy chasing me. No, here come the spiders. I just saw one of them. Oh, watch out. Okay, I'm going to try to draw the spiders over here. There's basically, I think, 2 summoners. There might even be just one, but it's like one annoying summoner. There's a bunch of spiders in this room. Yeah, see, the problem is I can't just kill them with one bullet anymore. Okay, the other summoner... Oh, God, and there's another guy over here. I think that might have been the only summoner. Honestly, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. There's another similar room later in the game that has 2... Oh, my God. How did that guy have a shot on me? What in the world? I was nowhere near him. Okay, whatever. We're fine. How did that not kill him? Alright, anyway, there's another dungeon later in the game that has a similar setup to this, but there's 2 summoners, so there's like 10 spiders chasing you around at all times. And then even if you manage to kill one of the summoners, you still have more spiders coming after you. It's absolutely crazy. It's criminal. Alright, this guy's a pain. This is what I was talking about before, where enemies who just stand back and spam ranged attacks. For them, there's no disadvantage to doing it. Like, for me, there's a huge disadvantage to being limited to ammunition and stuff like that. To them, they can just spam ranged attacks all day long. Nice. I don't want to fight him. I'm just going to run away. In fact, within this area, there's really no particular reason to open up this shortcut. Opening up this shortcut, the only thing it does is give the spiders a faster path to reach you. Like this shortcut over here. If I open up that shortcut, it allows the spiders to reach me, which I don't want, so I'm actually going to keep that door closed and go back the long way. If I do that, I can check to see if there's a side area up here. If there's no side area, we're going to reset and then go fight the boss right away. I don't think the boss here is Rom. I think Rom is the boss of the next floor. Because this is the dungeon that's like full of spiders. And I think Rom is the boss on the second floor in that dungeon. I don't know what the first floor boss is. There's no treasure room here. We might, I'm just going to go take a look at the boss and see what it is. It might be something I can kill. This might be something we can take on. Watchers? Possibly. The problem is going to be keeping our bullets stocked with this clown constantly shooting at us. Oh, whatever. I disagree. If I'm going to use BMA, I think the time to use it is early on in the fight. So I can do this. Yeah. I gotta get away. Oh my god, I hate that guy so much. Once again, it just goes back to what I was saying before about the enemies who can spam ranged attacks. I hate when you get a parry and you get hit at the same time. Why is Rom in there? Oh god, you don't know about Chalice Rom? Chalice Rom is brutal. It's like one of the first big roadblocks. If you're trying to do like all the Chalice dungeons legitimately, with no like glyph skips or anything, Chalice Rom is like the first roadblock that you will hit, because it's like Rom, but you're fighting in a small, cramped space. I gotta go back and restock some consumables. I will come back, I'll fight these bosses after. It's basically like the Rom fight, but you're in a small, cramped space. The AI, I don't know if it's more aggressive, but it seems way more aggressive. It might not be, it might just be like a subconscious thing, or like a bias or something, but it feels like she attacks way more often, so she's just constantly spamming spells at you. And you're in a cramped room full of a bunch of spiders, and then on top of that, she has more health. And more defense. And more damage. So it can be very difficult. It's one of those things where, like, if a base game ROM feels very easy, you suddenly fight Chalice ROM and you realize, oh wait, this is not an easy boss. I was completely wrong about her. Okay, so once again, we're restocking Bone Marrow Ash from the convoy while we have it. It's going to help us save on Blood Echoes, so we can hopefully invest them into other things. Why is he or she in there? Oh, you mean like lore reasons? Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. Someone was actually talking about this the other day in the Tomb Prospector Discord. They were asking, like, lore reasons why certain enemies are in the Chalice dungeons, specifically ones like Rom. Like, Rom feels more like a unique enemy. It doesn't feel like there would be more than one of her wandering around. So, like, why would she be in the Chalice dungeons? But I don't know. I guess I'm definitely not like a lore person. I'm not big on the. I don't know all of the lore. But if I had to make an educated guess, I would say you have to remember that a lot of Bloodborne takes place in a dream or a nightmare, depending on which section of the game you're in. Some parts are dreams, some parts are nightmares. So you could definitely say that the ROM that you fight in here and the ROM that you fight there are both just like two different like nightmare versions of the same person. Oh my god, we're off to a great start, aren't we? The problem is the club guy started off by running at me. Whenever he does that, it's very tricky because there's not a lot of space to maneuver around in this room. I think I just have to stay on full health so that I don't get the same problem that I got last time. Where if he hits me at the same time as I parry. Yeah, okay. Oh my god. This is embarrassing. It's so hard to fight these guys in this small room. Okay. One more BMA shot, honestly. Yeah, see that? Okay. We're in a much better position now. Like a much better position. Now we only have to deal with this guy. BMA seems fine. Like I said, if I'm going to use it, I should use it early in the fight. Nice. Too late on that. Which is fine, I needed to reload anyway. I gotta get away. I need to heal there because that guy's shooting at me. I was standing in the open. I couldn't afford to get the bonus damage. Okay, I think I have to go for visceral shots like I've been doing. I'll do one more BMA here. The problem is I need him to do an attack that I can parry. Which is that one. Okay. I think we're good. I can just get one more free shot like that. I don't even have to set up a parry. Okay, this guy, we can basically just chip his health down now. He can't do anything to you if you just stand right in front of him. It's very funny. He just shoots right over your head. He literally cannot do anything to me. Which means I can use my most efficient gun. Which in this case is the Raider Palash. I'm not even going to use Fire Paper. Because it would just be a waste of 8,000 echoes. You can parry him too, by the way. Do you see that? It's not too difficult to line up once you know about it, but if you don't know about it, you'll basically never get it by accident. I got another parry. Okay, he's going to take out his club now, which means we can finish him off with another parry. I'll do Blood Bullets, but that also means I want to be healed to full. Nice. Yeah, once they're not like crowding you 3 versus 1 in a small room, they're much easier to deal with. 13,000 echoes. God, striking blood gem. Another one that's not very useful, but we'll take a look at it because it's got a cool color. This is one that's got like a blue-green color. Charge attacks up. Honestly, if I was allowing myself to use the bow blade, this would be really good. This would be really good actually at this point in the run. Wow, this would be a huge damage increase. The reason I'm not allowing myself to use the bow blade is because it's just too strong. It would kind of trivialize the challenge. And also, technically, it's not a gun anyway, so it's fine to just stick with gun only. You think mainly Thumerian Chalice has Great One enemies and Thumerian type enemies. Yeah, that's kind of like the Thumerian Chalice runes. The shotgun guy has a funny animation for shooting. It's so honestly the funniest thing. It's not even just the animation, but it's the fact that he shoots like over your head. He doesn't even aim at you. He shoots over your head. So the only way he can ever hit you is if you're far away from him. As soon as you get close to him, he's completely helpless. Okay, we're gonna go back to restock. Honestly, we're making a little bit of progress. It's very small right now, but we are making progress. The big thing is we're getting closer and closer to the point where I can actually start picking up really good blood gems. That's the key thing to keep in mind here. That's kind of what we're accomplishing. we're making small bits of progress. Like, we're going in, we're fighting enemies, we're using vials and bullets, then we just have to spend the echoes just to buy back the vials and bullets that we just used, which seems like we're not making progress. But in reality, like, look, because we just picked up a bunch, we can actually buy like 50 bullets now if we want to. I'm not going to buy 50. I'm going to buy like 16, and I'm actually going to spend the rest on vials. I'm not even going to restock the bone marrow ash yet. I'm going to buy 20 vials. So not only are we starting to finally build up our stockpile of vials and bullets because we're fighting enemies that give more echoes per kill, but every floor that we clear gets us closer and closer to the point where we can start picking up gems that have, like, you know, plus 15 damage, plus 18 damage, and that will be a big increase over our current damage output. And once we start getting enough blood echoes, we can actually level up our blood tinge stat, which will give us even more damage. The repeating pistol scales pretty well on blood tinge, and it's our most powerful gun. So once we start getting the echoes that we can afford to level up, our damage will start increasing massively. It's going to start spiking, especially on our big damage shots, the ones that we mostly rely on. Is there an enemy down there? Looks like there's actually not. There's a guy over there who triggers an alarm, if I'm not mistaken, and then this is a one-way gate. Yeah, I think I know where I am. Should be able to kill this guy before he rings his bell. Yeah, or at least get his attention. Ooh, nice parry. It's honestly not that bad if he rings the bell. It just causes all the enemies to jump down here and fight you, instead of fighting him up there later. There should be a slime in this corridor. I actually don't know how good. I don't know how good gun damage is against slimes. I don't think it's very high, because they have very high physical defense, and most enemies have like the same blood defense as physical defense. What in the world is he doing? Yeah, his physical defense is too high. Which honestly, he gives very poor echoes anyway, so it's not worth fighting him. I just got some echoes from something. I don't know what. Let's go this way first. It's funny how some of the most annoying, difficult enemies in the game, like dogs, for example, are usually really tricky to fight. With a gun, they actually become really easy to fight. It's just one of those things where it's just... Bloodborne is a very matchup-dependent game. Like, if you know the weapon matchups, which weapons are good in which situations, they can be surprising. Like, you can really... I don't know, it's like you can really step up your game. Is there something over here? I think there is. Yes, that's what I thought. Which is why I always advise people to bring multiple weapons with them instead of just sticking... Like, I never like it when people say they use just, like, one weapon for the entire game. They're like, oh, I use the Ludwig Holy Blade for the entire game. I'm like, the Ludwig Holy Blade is good, but, like, if you had just, like, one other weapon, you could switch to it in situations where, like, the Saw Cleaver is better than the Ludwig Holy Blade. Or where, like, the Blunderbuss, or the Repeating Pistol. Ooh. The problem is these guys actually have decent physical and blood defense, so I can't really kill them, I don't think. Well, actually, I can do this. This might actually work. Not really. They don't really drop anything that I need. If I recall, I don't remember exactly what they drop, but it's like, it's not anything important. Oh, come on. Really? I'm surprised he didn't get away. Okay, well, I stand corrected, actually. They drop Tempering Blood Gems, rank 4, which might be good. Not really, no. They're the same as what I have, a little bit weaker. Oh, no, hold on. These are stronger. They're 11%. So this is a slight increase in our damage. Because we have, like, 8% damage gems right now. These are, like, a small increase to 11%, which is better than nothing, I suppose. I'm not going to come back and waste a bunch of bullets killing the other two, though. If they're only going to give me more 11% gems. Alright, well, that was a nice little side venture. Honestly, kind of worth it. Kind of worth it. Because right now, every little bit of damage that we can get helps us out. So that extra and it's not just 3% damage, because the the gems in Bloodborne are multiplicative. So if you replace one of your 8% gems with an 11% gem, it actually increases your damage by a little bit more than 3%, because it multiplies against your other numbers. That was very clean. I'm not going to get another kill that clean. That was like way too clean. Okay, I stand corrected. That one was pretty clean too, although I did get hit. Honestly, maybe I'm better at parrying these guys than I thought. Okay. I hate when they just slowly walk backwards. Okay, I finally dropped one. Oh, I thought he had one more hit left. Nice. That one had one more hit left. Nice, and they give back a few vials, some numbing mist, which we can sell. The problem is, I think... You know what? I've never actually thought about this. I've never checked this. But I wonder, when the price of consumables goes up in the shops, do you also get more back for selling them, or does the sell price always stay the same? That would be really interesting to check. That is something I have no idea about. Okay, this is worth using a BMA. Problem is I can't reload right now while he's in my face, because he would just kill me. It's hard to get parries on this guy. The parry timing is like really weird. It's like you have to parry him while he's doing that. But if you're close enough to parry him while he's doing that, he can just hit you at the same time. So you never really get like a clean parry against that guy. And honestly, it might have been better to just shoot him like BMA without setting up a parry. Alright, honestly, we didn't actually get that many echoes from clearing this floor. Just because there weren't a lot of enemies. If I'm not mistaken, there's actually... I want to check something. I think there's a bunch of items over here. There's a bunch of rats over here, but I think there's also items. I don't want to fight the rats. I'm going to try to run away from them. But I want to grab the items while I'm here. Free stuff. Cold blood. Quicksilver bullets. Not as much as I thought. Sometimes these side rooms that are full of rats have like a bunch of vials and a bunch of bullets. Unfortunately, it was just 3 bullets. It's definitely not worth it. But I think it was worth checking. Gonna run back. I don't think Rom is the boss here. I think Rom is the boss of the next floor. The reason I say that is because I actually remember the passageway that leads to Rom, and it doesn't look like this. It looks different. It has when you're at the lamp over here. Where's my lamp? So when you're at the lamp, the floor that has Rom on it, you basically walk through, and there's a room that looks like this. Rom would be to my left. And then there's actually a secret door right here. That's how I know that I'm not at Rom yet. So we've got one more boss to fight before Rom. I suppose I'll go check out what it is. If we're lucky, it might just be something like a brain sucker. Well, it wouldn't be a brain sucker in Thumeru. We gotta explore this side area anyway. Might as well go do that while I'm here. Yeah, there's ritual materials here. That's what I thought. You know what? I think this is an undead giant. Oh my god, that guy hit me like a truck. If he hit me again, I would just literally die. Like, outright. Just straight up die. Alright, let's clear this side area, then we'll go back and restock, and then we'll go fight the boss. I think the boss is an undead giant. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, I think this is a good place. Yeah, I recognize. I know exactly where I am. This is a really good spot for farming ritual materials. If you go here to the left, there's 2 bagmen. And the bagmen sometimes drop ritual materials. It's going to be really risky for me to fight these guys. How did that not hit him? That wasn't too bad. I have to kill them without using Bone Marrow Ash. So these guys, sometimes they drop Twin Bloodstone Shards, but sometimes they drop Ritual Materials. So it can be very worth it to fight them. It's not going to be worth it for us, because it costs so many bullets and so many vials to kill them. I mean, I want to kill them one time each just to get through this area, but I'm not going to come back here and farm these guys. There's better ways to farm Ritual Blood for us. But they sometimes drop, it's Ritual Blood 4, which is honestly kind of the most tricky one to farm. Oh, nice. I'm surprised that counted as a parry. He wasn't really in an attack animation, he was more in a recovery animation. Oh my god, that has a lot of reach. I want him to do something I can parry. I don't think he will. Oh, he will. Nice. That was a pretty clean kill, too. He gets almost 3,000 echoes. More twin shards. If these guys gave Ritual Blood, that would have been really worth it. Unfortunately, it was just kind of... we had to kill them just to get past them. Okay, this will lower the bridge, and then we can go back later. There's a... oh yeah, there's a ton of free stuff over there. So yeah, this area is worth clearing just to get all the free items over there. It might even... honestly, it might even be Bone Marrow Ash. I can't remember, but that might actually be a bunch of Bone Marrow Ash over there. If so, then this is so worth it. Even if not, it's still a bunch of free stuff. It could be free vials. The problem is we have to actually clear the rest of this area out without running out of ammo. I don't want to fight this scorpion. How much health does he have? Oh my god. Yeah, scorpions have high physical defense too. They're annoying. They're one of those enemy types that are just, like, relentless. I gotta, like, run away from him, open up the chest, run away from him, come back, pick up the treasure. That's a shortcut, but it doesn't lead to anywhere that I want to go. So my question is, how do I get... come on, dude, chill out for just 5 seconds. Question is, how do I get to the area with the bridge? I guess I will go back up there and I'll just drop down from where the lever is. I kind of forget the layout of this area sometimes, but I know where I am. I know in general, like, what I'm looking for. I'll go back up here and I'll drop down from above. For some reason, I thought that path over there would lead to where the bridge is. I guess not. But that also means the bridge leads somewhere else that I haven't been yet, which is good. Really careful with these guys. They hit so hard. It's actually risky to even parry them. They do drop vials, though. They do be dropping vials. Okay, there was another guy over here. He just, like, disappeared. The problem is I don't want him to come back and kill me from behind while I'm fighting this guy. They love to do that. God, I really cannot parry these guys safely. I'm gonna try to find that guy because I do not want him coming after me later. He's got to be somewhere over here. This is a dead end, it looks like. Where in the world did that guy go? Oh, I know what happened. He fell. He fell through this hole. He must have... yeah, he must have fell down there while he was walking on his patrol route. He's probably trying to walk back up here now, but he can't get up. And I walked into a trap on stream. That's embarrassing. Anyway, he probably can't get back up here because there's actually no way to get up here. Okay, let's see what's up here. It should be a nice little treasure haul. We've got 3 vials. That's worth a couple thousand. Another 3 vials. That's another couple thousand. Another 3 vials. That's another couple thousand. Rope Molotovs. We can sell those. They're not worth much. And 2 more vials. That's probably worth at least 1,000. And another vial. So that's another... that probably rounds up to another, like, couple thousand with the 2 from before. Not too bad at all. Probably got like 10,000 echoes worth of supplies there. These guys just do not want to be parried under any circumstances. I think there's a bagman in here. There is. And he's with a bunch of guys too. Yeah, this is a very tricky room to clear. I can't remember if there's anything in here either, like actually worth fighting all these guys. I can't rely on BMA either because I'm getting low. I gotta restock. I can't try to parry him either because if I mess up the parry timing, he'll hit me extremely hard and he'll kill me. God, I hear enemies behind me. It's really throwing me off. It makes me think I'm gonna get attacked from behind. Watch out. As long as I don't alert the bagman, I should be fine. I can just draw out these other guys one at a time. And then I can fight the bagman one-on-one later. Get off balance shots when I can. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Please stop. It's so hard to fight two. This is one of the big disadvantages of gun only. It's so hard to fight two enemies at the same time. Because you have to be locked onto the enemy that you want to fight. Finally. And then, like, when you're trying to parry enemies, like, if there's two enemies standing right next to each other, it can be super hard to parry the one that you want. Or, like, you could land the parry, but then you can't get the follow-up attack because the other enemy next to him is, like, still attacking you. Stuff like that. There's just, like, so many reasons why fighting multiple enemies is, like, the big weakness of gun only. Obviously, I could circumvent this if I had the cannon, but I can't use the cannon because my strength is very low. And I can't afford to level up my strength because I need echoes for restocking consumables. Okay, I think there's just one guy left. Whatever's in that chest better be worth it. Alright, I will use a BMA on this guy. Just so we don't die after going through all of this stuff that we just did. I don't think you can parry that attack. If you can, the timing is really weird. I need him to do an attack I can parry, though. Please. There you go. Cool, 1397. Let me just finish him off with a regular bullet. It is so worth it to hit those guys with BMA. It completely skips their buff phase if you can one-shot them instead. Alright, this better be something good. It is Odd Tempering Blood Gem. Oh, this is very good. 23 damage. Maybe not as good as I thought, but that's probably a damage upgrade. At the stage in the game where we are right now, we probably have at least one gem that's not giving 23 damage. I mean, I can check when we go back to the shop, but there's a good chance this will be a good buff, especially because the Raider Palash actually doesn't get a lot of scaling damage. It's mostly flat damage. So adding more flat damage on top is usually going to be a little bit better for our setup. Okay, so the problem is there's a bunch of dogs down there. There's a bunch of rats down there. There's scorpions. There's slimes probably too. Who knows? There's exploding pots. There is more stuff over there too. That's what I wanted to check. So there is a coffin over there. So there is something worth looting over there. Odd gems can be really useful on builds where you don't have a lot of stats. We might already be at the point where we have more stats than we would get by using an odd gem. It's tough to know. But we also don't really have any good tempering gems yet either, so the odd gem still might be better. Okay, a room full of enemies again. This is where things get tricky. Fighting rooms full of enemies like this is always the hard part of this run. Hey, Random Jeff. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's another edition of American Bloodborne. Nice. Really starting to run low on bullets, though. And kind of vials, too, honestly, if I have to say. I think I have to start chipping these guys down slowly. Just go for efficiency. Because we're so low on consumables right now. I'm actually going to restock here. Nice. Okay, one more down. We got, God, six more guys to kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and then after we kill the 6th guy, we still have to kill the boss. Oh, I could have gotten the parry there if I didn't jump the gun. No pun intended. What I really need is for one of these guys to drop either vials or bullets. Otherwise, I might not be able to get through here. Do I have a Yosefka vial? I do. Oh, and I have my Blood of Adela. Okay, hold on. We might be fine. Honestly, I'd rather have bullets than healing, though, right now. Because the big thing right now is having to count my bullets to make sure that I don't drop too low. Okay, what I'm going to do is use the Blood of Adela now. This is going to give us regen, so we can keep restocking our bullets. Well, that was a waste. Just keep restocking while we have regen. Nice. Now we've got a slight problem. Now we have no more regen. We have very little healing. I can get this guy with BMA, but he's very difficult to parry. He's not as easy to parry as the other Watchers. That's the one attack I can parry. Thank you. Okay, that BMA came in clutch right there. And he gave blood vials, which is... I mean, I don't need them anymore now that I'm already done clearing the room out. Would have been nice to get those earlier. But, oh well. I'm always happy to make use out of Adela's blood. She's my favorite NPC, maybe. Either Adela or Yosefka. I like the Yandere girls. We're up to 42,000 though. Okay, what did we get? Was this all worth it? Time to find out. Workshop Haze Extractor. Yes, that was very worth it. This is actually a mandatory item. If I didn't get this item now, I would get stuck later on because you need it to get past a certain section of the game. So I'm glad that I did that. Okay, anything else around here worth picking up before I teleport back? Honestly, 42,000 echoes, though, is kind of clutch. Problem is we're going to have to spend them all restocking all the stuff that we just used. Alright, let's go back. In fact, I'm going to run back because I can't afford to waste any Bold Hunter's marks right now. Ooh, I got rewarded. 4 more free bullets. There's a Scorpion, which means the exit should be this way. Yes. We can't go fight the boss now because we have no supplies whatsoever. Oh god, that felt really bad for some reason. Did like a sniffle to clear my nose, but for some reason, maybe because of the headset, it just caused like a lot of sharp pain in my ears. Maybe it's because I'm wearing a headset. Either that or I have like a head cold. A little bit of blood just came out of my nose, so that's not good. Probably have a bloody nose or something. I keep getting chat messages today that aren't appearing in the chat window. It's very weird. Not sure where those are coming from. There must be like somebody here. Like maybe a spammer is like posting stuff in the chat and YouTube's automatically deleting it. That would be my first guess. Alright, we need more damage more than we need health right now. I'm going to put 1 level into Blood Tinge. I'm going to spend the rest on consumables. Hey, PTS, please friend me. They say yo. I don't know how to friend people on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by, though. We're doing Bloodborne gun-only challenge run today. Alright, how much bone marrow ash can we afford? A lot. Alright, I guess first I'm going to go check to see if this boss is an undead giant. I think it's an undead giant. I'm not 100%. Actually, you know what? I'm like 99% sure this is an undead giant. Oh, hold on. Let's go check the gems that we picked up first. So I want to show the way that the odd gem works while I'm here. We didn't get any chunks yet, no. Okay, so the way the odd gem works is basically, so the tempering gem gives +9, which in this case is around, let's see, 94 minus 76, You know, I'm going to get my calculator, because if I try to do math in my head on stream, I'll just embarrass myself. And I have the calculator with me, so I might as well use it. Okay, so this is like an extra 18 damage, but the odd gem that we picked up actually gives a flat plus 23 damage, so it ends up being more overall, as you can see. It's like an extra 5 damage. The thing is, we also picked up a couple other good gems, though, so those might be an upgrade. And it looks like in this case, they're not, actually. This one's technically the exact same, but it's slightly worse on the physical side. So the odd gem that we have is about equal to the plus 11% gems that we picked up. The other gems won't be better than what we have in our current slots. So we did get a slight damage increase. We got about 5 extra points of damage, plus the ones that we got. Plus the extra damage we got from leveling up, is what I'm trying to say. 5 more fire paper. Okay, so the first thing I want to go see is, what is our damage like against the undead giant? W stream, thank you. Random Jeff says, "What's up, homie?" He's talking to PTS. Yo, Jeff, I'm good. Thanks. I'm chilling. I'm great. How are you? Oh, nobody asked me how I was doing. I'm doing great, by the way. How did you guys' weekends go? Do anything fun this weekend? I did. I have a tabletop gaming group that I usually play. Well, not usually anymore. We used to play almost every week on Saturdays, and then it kind of went to like every other week, and now we play like once a month. Like, if I feel like running a game, because I'm usually the one who DMs. So if I feel like DMing, we usually play like once a month now. It's like not even like every other. It's not even once a month anymore. But honestly, it's still really fun. And we did play this weekend. We had a really fun session. PTS and you are longtime friends. Ah, I see. How are you, Ellery? I'm a little bit, honestly, I think I got a little bit of a headache. Because when I tried to clear my nose earlier, it kind of caused a pain in my ears. And also my nose had a little bit of blood in it, which is usually not a good sign. Okay, this guy is extremely dangerous to fight normally. The one advantage we have is that we don't really need to get close to him to damage him. Because this guy's attacks can basically one-shot you. I want to say unless you're super over-leveled, but I actually think even if you're super over-leveled, I think his most deadly attack can still one-shot you. I think I'm just gonna maximize my fire paper DPS. I think that's the most efficient way to win this fight. Just be reloading and shooting constantly. This is the reason why the Raider Palash is better than the Evelyn, by the way, because you can buff the damage with fire paper. So technically, if you maximize the Evelyn and you maximize the Raider Palash is slightly better anyway. But if you don't maximize them, you can have some setups where like the Evelyn is like his head does like 5 extra more damage than the Raider Palash. It's honestly still not worth it, but some people like it anyway. But point being, if you maximize both weapons, or if you don't maximize them, they're usually pretty close in damage, or the Raider Palash is slightly better. But if you add on the fire paper, that's basically just like an extra flat 80 damage, so it always does way more damage than the Evelyn, as just with that extra 80 damage. Gotta make sure I stay relatively close to him. Okay, we got a stagger. Oh, there is a body part of his too that I can break. It's like right here. Watch out. Yeah, those chains are the ones that can straight up one-shot you. Okay, give me a second. I want to try to actually break that body part on the left if I can. Nice, I got it. So what happens when you break that body part is you get a lot of extra damage on him. And then he also sometimes takes extra damage when you shoot him afterwards, depending on where you shoot him. There's the one-shot. That fight was going so well, too. And honestly, the problem is we wasted, like, probably 10,000 echoes just now on all the ammunition and the consumables that we used fighting him. We probably just used about 10,000 echoes that we can't afford. You hope I feel better soon, thank you. You basically play Call of Duty duos together. Oh, my sister plays that game. A lot, actually. That's like the main game that she plays at this point. She used to sometimes play Need for Speed, some other racing games. She mostly just plays Call of Duty now, though. Isn't it hard to play Bloodborne with guns only? Yeah, it's very hard. I would say, honestly, it's hard to learn. It's difficult to learn all the tricks, like how to do it, like how to use the gun properly. But once you have learned how to use it properly, it's pretty close to in difficulty to a normal run. Just because the advantages and disadvantages kind of balance each other out. This is what we're gonna have to do. And we're gonna get Fire Paper with Insight, and we're gonna go back, and we're just gonna have to not get one shot by him next time. I have to pay a little bit more attention to the game. This happened to me during the last stream too. I was having problems where I was kind of focusing more on talking and reading chat, and when I do that, sometimes it's easy to get distracted and get killed by enemies, especially ones like this who can one-shot you. So I think what I'm gonna do is once I go into the boss room, I'm gonna start talking a little bit less and focus just on fighting the boss. PTS says, you're great with the guns, thank you. I mean, this is my 5th or 6th gun-only challenge, so I'm very experienced. Honestly, it might sound arrogant to say this, but I do consider myself to be, like, probably one of the better players when it comes to blood-tinged builds, gun-only challenges, and anything like that. Just because I've done it so much. Not only gun-only, but also, like, regular blood-tinged builds, like, figuring out how they work together. With strength builds, how do they work together with skill builds. I've even done, it didn't go very well, but I did try to do a build that mixes arcane and blood tinge, and like doesn't really use anything else, which is kind of funny. It's kind of amusing. Alright, same strategy as last time, just better. That was weird, one of my shots did no damage. That was kind of a waste, but it's fine. As I learned from the last attempt, we definitely have the damage to do this. I just gotta break that piece on his leg again. I'm gonna try to do it earlier in the fight this time, because I think I can get bonus damage against him if the piece is broken. Watch out. Do your hammer slam. No, I can't afford to do this. I have to be restocking. To make the best use of the Fire Paper, I have to be restocking constantly. I can't try to wait and bait out specific attacks. Got it. Okay, we're actually getting serious damage output this time. It looks like his defense goes up in this phase. Because usually after you break that body part, look at the range on that attack. And that one-shots you, and it has a lingering hitbox. Oh god. Yeah, that can one-shot you, and it has a lingering hitbox. It's absolutely absurd. And he just spams it. He never stops using this attack once he gets to this phase. Some people consider this to be one of the hardest bosses, just because of that attack. Hold on. The best way to fight him is doing what I'm doing right now. Just, once you get close to the edge of the room, just run away. Don't let him back you into the corner. Honestly, if I can get him to do like a regular attack, it would be actually better. But it's tough. He just spams that attack constantly, really. Watch out. Don't get one shot. I'm just gonna have to shoot him from further away so that I'm not in range of his one shot. I'm too close, I'm too close. I could switch to BMA right now to finish the fight more quickly, which would probably be the smarter move. The problem is... Hold on. Just shut up. Just focus on killing the boss. No. Get out. Yeah, the problem is, like I said, if I die, I have to spend Blood Echoes to replace the Bone Marrow Ash if I use it. But if I want to get more Fire Paper, I can just get it by spending Insight. Watch out. Watch out. just give me a chance to reload. You can hit him while he's off balance, you do good damage still. Oh god, this is the moment where he's gonna kill me, isn't it? No, I got it. Honestly, that kind of looks a little bit easier and a little bit more boring than it actually is. Just because of the fact that I'm, you know, standing at a distance and shooting him from range the whole time. That's one of those, like I said, once you learn how to do gun only, it's pretty equal in difficulty to a normal run because of the fact that you can stand back and shoot enemies safely from a distance. That kind of counteracts the difficulty level of needing to manage your ammo and reload. Alright, now if I'm not mistaken, this should be the floor that has ROM. Oh, look at that effect. I never really noticed that before, but look at all the little particles of ash and fire coming off of the Raider Palash. That's kind of cool. I noticed it while I was running. See that? There's like a trail of like sparks following me. Ellery is the gun pro. Best of luck killing the bosses. Thank you, Jeff. I actually got it while you were away. You missed it. Okay, yeah, this is the ROM floor, and I'll show you. This is the setup that I talked about earlier. So once you come here, you go straight ahead, and if you look, there's actually there's a invisible wall here. Sometimes I forget about this one. I can't remember what's in here, but this is how I know the floor that ROM's on, because of the invisible wall. There's got to be something hiding in here. Spiders, maybe? Why would they make a treasure room with no hidden enemies? Now I'm just paranoid. Anything? Ooh, free bullets. Honestly, I actually get excited to see free bullets at this point, because we're so poor. Sage's wrist. Okay, I mean, gotta be something good in here, right? Ritual Blood 4, yeah, that's kind of mandatory. We kind of need that. We are going to hit a wall very quickly where we're going to need Ritual Blood 4. Alright. Do I want to fight them now, or do I want to restock first? I think I want to restock first, actually. So let's go back. Honestly, the fight against the Undead Giant went pretty well. Blood Tinge builds tend to be pretty strong against the Undead Giants. I would say being stuck with melee only is what makes the Undead Giants very difficult. It's why they have a reputation for being difficult, because they have attacks that can one-shot you. If you restrict yourself to melee only, you're having to fight them in a range where you're constantly at threat of instantly dying. And if you spend, 5 minutes chipping down a large boss with a lot of health, and then it just instantly kills you, that can be a feels bad moment. Honestly, at this point, we just gotta keep using Insight to restock our fire paper. That's going to be like the saving grace of the run. The fact that we can keep getting more fire paper. By the way, did I ever explore Upper Cathedral Ward? I have the Upper Cathedral key. Do I have the Spark Hunter badge? I don't have the Spark Hunter badge. Oh wait, hold on. Cosmic Eye Watcher badge. I can check. Can I buy bolt paper? Looks like no. I don't think I got the Spark Hunter badge yet. I wonder if we should go check out the Upper Cathedral Ward really quick. Now let's stick to what we're doing, honestly. I'm making good progress, and one thing I found is that doing the Chalice dungeons can be kind of tedious, but doing them on stream, for some reason, is, like, not as bad. Like, for whatever reason, just doing them while streaming makes the process a little bit less tedious to me. I guess it's because I can be focused on, like, a couple things. I can, like, be reading chat and focusing on, like, all of the other stuff that goes into streaming, and it makes the process of, like, going through here and clearing out these dungeon floors a little bit, even though it's still mindless, it's a little bit less. Alright, there's one thing I want to test. Actually, you know what? I'll save it for later. These guys are annoying because they have a shield on the front of their face. If you can get behind them, though, they're not too bad. I gotta check and, like, see, like, what my damage is like against these enemies. Okay, this floor, if I remember, is pretty annoying. If I'm not mistaken, the lever is, like, right over here. I'm gonna try a Hail Mary strategy before I do anything else, just because this floor is so annoying. I'm gonna try to basically do the strategy where I just run past everything and run right to the lever. This isn't what I thought I was going to find, so I'm at least partially mistaken. I thought the lever would be right over, like right through that door, but it was not. But still, I think I'm on the right track. I think this path leads to the lever. Nice. Actually got a safe parry against one of those guys, finally. Oh, spider. Okay, it looks like it's going to be 3 bullets either way. With that in mind, I actually think using the repeating pistol is kind of worth it, typically. So typically, if you have a setup where you have to use 3 bullets to kill an enemy, no matter which guns like combination you use, it is better to use the repeating pistol and then the Raider Palash, because that's only 2 gunshots, which means you're killing the enemy faster. Whereas if I shoot him with the Raider Palash 3 times, it's the same number of bullets, but it takes longer. Typically, you want to kill enemies faster rather than slower. Seems like it would be pretty straightforward, but it's honestly something that's pretty easy to forget. Sometimes it can be really easy to forget basic information. It's just like the kind of stuff that doesn't normally cross your mind. Do I have regen in my left hand? I don't. Oh my god, what is that noise? There's like an enemy stalking this area. I don't know what it is, though. Alright, I think the lever's in here. I hope. Yes, and it looks like there's actually only 1 enemy. Ooh, and it's one that we can chip down. I was fighting one of these guys earlier, so we already talked about this. But if you just stand right in front of this guy, he can't really do anything to you. He just shoots over your head. Oh, I almost got that parry. Messed up that one, too. I'm actually surprised he didn't pull out his club yet. Usually he would pull out his weapon when he was this low on health. Too early. That's fine. Got him anyway. Alright, so we managed to clear out this floor with very little hassle. We spent maybe 2 vials. Maybe, if I'm being extremely generous. I think I might have used 2. I mean, I'm down to 17, but I don't think all those were used for clearing. Some of them were just used for other things. Either way, like maybe 2 to 5 vials just to get through this area. I wonder if I want to fight these guys. I don't want to fight them to like 3 against 1 for sure. If I could fight them 1 at a time, I would honestly fight them. Even though it's a small gain, I do get like a little bit of blood echoes for fighting these guys. It's 1 down. Two down. Gotta reload though. If I can I don't really know the parry timings for this guy, is the problem. Yeah, 855, for example, right there, and I didn't spend anything. All I did was just use blood bullets. Is there anything else here worth getting? I don't think so. Problem is there's no fast way to get back to the start of this level. I guess I'll just use a Bolt Hunter's Mark. I don't want to fight all those enemies. Or run past them either on my way back, so I'll just teleport back. And then this time I'll go immediately to the left. So to the left is going to be the Rom boss fight. I don't think I can fight Chalice Rom right now. I think she's going to be a little too difficult. I'm kind of running into a lot of walls now. But if there's a side area over here, I would like to clear it while we're here. We made out pretty efficiently there, though. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to explore this side area, and then we'll go back and we'll go check out the Upper Cathedral Ward. Because I'm very sure I can defeat the Celestial Emissary. This guy's going to be a pain. How was that not a parry? Honestly, if I could get this guy over here and kill him with this trap, it would be nice, but it's way too difficult. I'm going to BMA him. Yeah. That's worth it, honestly, every time. It saves you the hassle of fighting this guy head-on, even though technically it costs more. Oh, you can't heal on ladders in this game? Technically it costs more resources to kill him than what I get back. The problem is he's blocking my path, so I have to get him out of the way. So it's like I'm spending like a little bit of echoes to get rid of him. as safely as possible, essentially. And to me, that's worth it, just because of how risky those guys can be to fight. Like, the cost of slowly fighting him. Oh, this is not a place where I want to be in my life, ever. I know exactly what's through here. Two fire dogs. I'm going to try to get them to fall down. Nice, one down. When they fall down there, they can't do anything to you. Which is mildly amusing. Honestly, now that there's just one, I can deal with him. Well, not with this spider on my butt. Okay, well, I actually was going to fight the other one, but now that he's down there too, I'll just leave him down there. So once the dogs fall down there, they can't do anything to you. Which is like the one way to cheese this area. And I am not above cheesing fire dogs, because they are the most overtuned enemies in the game, in my opinion. Okay, the next thing I want to do is draw out their little master, because there's actually a... Yeah, there's more enemies in here. There's also a bagman in here. Oh, that was a misclick. It would have been nice if he had dropped some vials for me, but alas. Alright. Yeah, so you want to draw this guy out so that... Because if you go in there, there's a bagman in the room. He can actually start attacking you while you're trying to fight this guy. And you do not want that. I'm going to try to parry this guy. And then BMA. Nice. Well, we're getting 1,700 damage now from our BMA shots. Sometimes he does that. He'll just, like, start ignoring you. He's kind of like a cat. Like, he'll just randomly decide to start ignoring you at any point in time. Nice. Alright, so that was pretty clean. The fact that we lured out the dogs was, like, essential, though. Like, we would not have been able to do that with the dogs in here. Honestly, even just fighting the dogs head-to-head without cheesing them would have been a pain. Okay, there's the bagman. I don't think he noticed me. Okay, he didn't notice me, so I'm going to explore this room before I fight him. Yeah, get rid of any spiders. I gotta remember to buy the lantern when I go back. Don't let me forget. If anyone's in chat right now, next time I go back to the hunter tree, make sure I remember to buy the lantern. I badly need it. And I keep forgetting to buy it. Okay. Nice. Free bullets. Okay, we're gonna go deal with the bagman now. Let's do this. Same as last time. Oh, if he just one-shot me there, that would have been I would have been really angry. Problem is, I need him to do an attack that I can parry before my BMA runs out. Because it does run out after like 2 minutes. It's a long time, but it does run out eventually. And if you have an enemy like this who just stands there and never does an attack that you can parry. I think I can parry that one, but I don't ever have the timing down. Same with that one. Like, I think it's technically parryable. Okay, we got him. 1,400, which actually that means he was... we did, like, more damage than it would have taken to kill him. Sometimes when you overkill an enemy, it tells you how much damage you actually did. But other times when you overkill them, it only shows you, like, how much health they had remaining. So he only had, like, 1,400 health left, because our shots are doing, like, 1,700 damage. Okay, we've got to be careful with these guys because they have armor on their faces. Which means we can't shoot them from the front. We have to get behind them, which is tough when he's in a door. He is using that door to his advantage. We gotta draw him out. Yes, just like that. One down. There's a lot more spiders in here, though. Are there? I'm sure there are. Do I see any right now? I think I want to get rid of them before I go into that door, because whatever's in there might chase me back out here. And if I'm getting chased by a strong enemy, the last thing I want is to be running into more spiders while trying to get away. You come chase me. I knew that was going to happen. I absolutely... Spiders are the most trollish enemies in the game. As soon as you turn your back on them, they will immediately jump on you from behind. I think they might have the teleport logic that some enemies have too. Starting in Bloodborne, but especially in Dark Souls 3, some enemies have teleport logic where if they're off screen, they can temporarily the game stops rendering them temporarily, and then they basically reappear like right behind you, so it seems like they're teleporting on top of you. And what's really funny is that if you control the camera right, you can actually make them do it while they're on screen, because it thinks that they're off screen. It's only supposed to do it while they're off screen, which is why people didn't really notice it for a really long time. They were wondering, like, it seems like these dogs are really fast. It seems like they're teleporting on top of me. And the reason they were doing it was because of the teleport logic that the game uses, in Dark Souls 3 especially. But then I think somebody found out a way to do it, to make them do it on screen. So they were able to confirm that, like, yes, this is really happening. Oh, nice. I got the parry. Sick. That was awesome. That was a super clean kill for that enemy. Tomb Mold 3, completely useless item. But we got 31,000 echoes, so can't complain too much. I'm not going to teleport back because I don't think I explored this area over here yet. The issue is if I drop down here, those dogs might find me. But there is stuff over here. There might be a chest, too. Oh my god, there's a lot of spiders down here. I'm gonna run away. I don't think so. We're probably gonna die. Oh, we're definitely gonna die. There's more stuff over there, too. I didn't know about that. I wonder what's over there. How do we want to do this? God, everything chased me into this room, too. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I can fight them from up here. It's difficult, though. Because he keeps running underneath where I am. Which means I can't line up a clean shot against him. What I need him to do is to stop noticing me. Yeah, like that. Oh. Okay. Well, if he's going to do that, I'm going to go down here. Is the other dog still in this room? That's the question. Answer seems to be no. Pretty good, actually. Looks like they just disappeared. Okay, there's ritual materials here. So I do want to go this way. Because I need as much ritual blood 4 as I can find. Nothing but items. They better be good items. Nothing but special items. I don't even see any. Oh, it's a chest. Okay. If this is Tomb Mold, I'm gonna rage. Okay, Ritual Blood 3, completely useless. Any side rooms? Or are these just trolls? That's a troll. This one's probably a troll, too. Yeah. You've seen dogs teleport in Dark Souls 3 just randomly a couple of times. Yeah, I think I've seen it too. But it's very difficult to see if you're playing the game normally. It's actually surprising how long it took people to discover that. I think it was like 5 years later when people found out that the dogs teleport. Okay, well I don't want to go in there and fight anything, so I'm just going to go back to the lamp. There's also stuff in Bloodborne that took people years to discover. Years, like 8 years in some cases. I remember the East Chalice glitch is a big one. So the way the game generates randomized dungeons, it tries to create dungeons that you haven't seen before, so that you can get... basically, if you make like 16 randomized dungeons, you'll probably get 16 different ones, and you'll get every single possible item that you could find in Thumero Ahil. That's like one example. The problem with East is that after you're done exploring all the 16 different randomized layouts, the game forgets to reset your status, and this causes you to be locked out of exploring like over half of the dungeons in the East template. And so people thought that East only had like a very small amount of dungeons available, because no matter how many dungeons they made, they would keep only seeing like the same 16 ones over and over. But the actual explanation is that there are more, but we just can't see them because we get locked out of viewing them. And I think there's a way to fix the glitch, but I don't remember how to do it anymore. I know you can avoid it by not opening any coffins, but obviously if you don't open up any coffins, you're not getting any of the unique loot, which is like the reason to go into the dungeons, so that's not really a solution. But there's another way to fix it that I don't remember what it is. It's either like a legitimate fix, like there's something you can do with a dungeon merge, which I would say is legitimate enough. I think there's either something you can do with a dungeon merge, where you fix your world and it unlocks all of the flags, and then you get access to all of these dungeons again. Or it's something you have to do with a save editor, where you go in and you basically check the flag. But either way, it is fixable now. We still didn't get any chunks yet, unfortunately. Sorry for that noise, by the way. Unless you fought the unreleased bosses someone found in the chalices. For example, there is a Great One Beast, the Moon Presence variant, and a Wet Nurse variant. I haven't fought them yet. I want to do it on stream one day. I want to do like a stream where I do like a Tomb Prospector stream, where I do like really cool chalice stuff. Either things that I want to show people that I have seen before, or even things that I haven't personally seen before that I want to like check out finally. By the way, I want to change the black skirt. It looks much better. The stats are only slightly worse. I mean, technically I could do this. I don't know why I haven't done that already. Okay, I think I want to switch this over to an eye rune, because that's going to be getting us potentially more blood gems now that we're heading into the areas where blood gems can drop. And on top of that, we'll be getting more vials and more bullets. So honestly, we should have had that equipped the whole time, because it would have been getting us more consumables. Alright, can I do the rump fight right now? I don't think I can. I think I'm going to go check out Upper Cathedral Ward, because I feel very confident that I can beat Celestial Emissary. Oh, we've done Celestial Emissary already. Weird. Very weird. How did I do Celestial Emissary without getting the Spark Hunter badge? I'm going to check this out. I must have done something last stream. I must have been like running away from enemies and I missed the Spark Hunter badge. Patrick says they would love to watch it. They have the glyphs if I want them. Oh, I have the glyphs too. I already wrote them all down. I just haven't made time for it yet, because right now I'm only streaming once a week. Again, I'm back to only streaming once a week, just like for the sake of my throat. And because there's other stuff I want to do. I've been practicing my singing. I've been recording voiceovers, like for my my YouTube like videos that I upload. And I just can't afford to be streaming multiple days a week, because it puts too much of a strain on my throat. I wouldn't be able to like practice singing. I wouldn't be able to record voiceovers and stuff like that. Alright, I'm gonna go over here. There must be a Spark Hunter badge over here. No, I don't see anything. Weird. I'm gonna kill this enemy just in case. I don't want him to get me from behind. Really? There's no way. First of all, why would he spam that attack while I was standing right in front of him? That's so ridiculously stupid. Enemies just love spamming attacks that are annoying. And then he wants to do his different attack, yeah. Now that it no longer matters. If he did that attack at any other time earlier, it would have been a massive benefit to me. Okay, I guess I already got the badge. It seems I thought I didn't, but I guess I did. Okay, we haven't fought a Breedis yet, so let's go fight a Breedis. It's kind of annoying though, because we're far away from her, but it's okay. We'll walk there. The Breedis fight is going to be like ridiculously easy. She's extremely weak against Blood Tinge. It's like the best strategy for fighting her. We should have no problems with the Breedis fight, even going in with technically slightly less than full resources. Next time we go back to the Hunter's Dream, I'm going to sell all this stuff that I'm holding, like all the extra crap that I've been carrying for a long time. That way my inventory will be nice and empty. I can pick up more stuff for selling later. Alright, I don't really want to fight these aliens if I don't have to. I think I probably have to, because I think they'll attack me while I'm on the elevator. Let's try. We don't really have a lot to lose. Okay, yeah, no, we're fine. Also, if they drop down here, I might get some free echoes. Sometimes enemies try to chase you down elevators. They're very stupid. Alright, let's go fight a Breedis. Wake up, please. She doesn't take any damage before her health bar appears. You have to be very careful about that. Our damage is pretty good. Can't do anything about that. You literally cannot dodge her charge attack. It's really annoying. What I need to do is just shoot her head a couple more times. Oh my god, she really wants to keep charging today. Oh, I thought she was doing another charge. She actually wasn't. I need to restock again. But I have to do it while she's not charging it. Because if I do it while she's charging at me, she'll kill me instantly. Yeah, do that. Okay, perfect. Nice. Got 2 BMA shots there. Gotta heal. That's not good. We actually might take frenzy damage here too. We are. Oh my god, this is going brutal. I mean, this is still very winnable. Are you kidding? What in the world just happened there? And she killed me with that. Cool. I don't think I've ever gotten hit by that attack in the 10 years I've been playing Bloodborne. That's what I get for saying the fight was going to be easy. Honestly, our damage is like slightly lower than I would like it to be. But we'll have to live with it. This is what we've got. Actually, hold on. I don't want to run all the way there from this lamp again, so we're gonna put this on hold. We're gonna come back later. I have to figure out. There's got to be one more bloodstone chunk somewhere. There's got to be one more bloodstone chunk I can get somewhere to upgrade my Raider Palash. Raider Palash is a base damage weapon, so it's like the weapon upgrades are really important on it. Like the difference between +8 and +9 is actually pretty significant. You know what I'm gonna do really quick? I'm going to check the wiki, and I'm going to see who has more HP. Bloodborne wiki. Bosses. I know what Bloodborne is. Thank you for telling me. Search engines have gotten so god-awful. I remember when, like, search engines used to actually be useful. Like, you could search for something, and it would actually give you the information you're looking for. Now they're so bad. Like, they've gotten worse every year. Every year that the internet has existed, search engines have gotten worse. They never tell you what you want to know anymore. Okay, Ebritus has 12,000 HP. Loran, no. Preset. ROM. Okay, the Chalice ROM actually only has 7,000 HP, so it's weaker than Ebritus. And then our other option is Ludwig, who I cannot find on this list. He is Old Hunters. Ludwig has 16,000, so Ludwig should not be the next boss we fight. And One Reborn has 10,000. So what we should do is Chalice ROM first, One Reborn second, and then we can go back and get Ebritus later once we have more upgrade materials. So we should actually go back to what we were already doing. We should go back to focusing on the Chalice dungeons. Get past, and honestly, once we get past Chalice ROM, that alone is going to be a huge increase to our ability to find more blood gems. I'm hitting that 2-hour mark where I can't talk on stream anymore. I think I used 2 BMAs. I can't even afford 1. That's okay. Actually, it's not okay because we're trying to fight a boss. We're in a tough position now. Oh, hold on. I wanted to sell everything that I had while I was here anyway. So let's sell all of our trash items. The gold blood gem's actually kind of cool, but it's unfortunately not worth keeping. Alright, let's sell all of our trash items. Unfortunately, we're going to sell all of the cool-looking gems that we picked up earlier, too. Kin Hunters. Striking. going to keep these just because they're the only ones that I have. I'm not sure about the bolt gem. I'm probably never going to use it, but yeah. Keep it anyway, just in case. Well, no, it's worth 480. I think, honestly, 480 is a lot right now. Sell the extra pair of gloves that I have. Any other extras or any items that I'm never going to wear? Yes, sell the student items for sure. I should have sold those earlier, but it's kind of a good thing that I didn't, because I can sell them now. Should I sell the Beast Hunter safe? Yeah, I'm going to want it later, but it'll be... The 8,000 echoes is more important to me right now. Later on, once I finish the challenge run and I'm using this character for other things, I can buy a Beast Hunter safe. And I'll be able to get 8,000 echoes much easier at that time. Beast Blood pellets I can't use. Sedatives, I actually want to keep those. Molotovs I can't use for now. The blue elixir is worth keeping. The bolt paper is worth keeping. I'm gonna sell the hunter tools because I can't use those anyway on this build. Vermin are kind of valuable too. They're worth 300 each. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. I'm gonna remember that for later. Actually, it's not that useful because any build where I'm doing enough co-op to get vermin, I'm also going to be not be doing a challenge run, so my echoes, like, I'm not going to be at the point where I need 300 echoes. Okay, let's get slightly more damage. Is it worth it? I think it is. And then hopefully we can buy 2 BMAs. Hold on a second. I actually think it might be smarter to take them out of storage. We're at the point where we're getting very close to the tipping point. Like right now, we're still scrimping and saving for like every single like consumable resource that we can find. But very soon, we're going to reach the point where hold on a second. Sorry. Very soon, we're going to reach the point where we're going to be getting so many echoes that we'll be able to... Where's my Beast Hunter safe? Am I crazy? Oh, I sold it, of course. I said I was going to sell it. We're getting very close to the point where we're going to be getting enough echoes back that we can purchase as many bullets and vials as we need. We're just not quite there yet. And the problem is if we run out right now, we are going to have to farm. So hopefully I can get through this without having to farm. So Chalice Rom only has around 7,000 HP. And honestly, our strongest gunshot, we probably can't get like 1,600 damage per shot. We might be able to get 900 per shot though. And if we can do that, I mean, we only need to do like 8 to 10 shots to finish her off. Potentially. I mean, that's just all theoretical. I don't know what her defenses are like. So it might not be quite as easy as I want it to be. Plus, we have to deal with the spiders. Plus, we have to deal with the fact that we have to actually hit her and not hit the parts of her army, part of her body that is armored. You know, there's a lot of considerations at play here. But, I mean, it should be winnable. It should be winnable. In fact, I'm going to go in there first with a fire paper strategy. I'm going to see how the fire paper works, especially against the spiders. If I can clear out the spiders, I think it's worth it. At least the first wave. At least the first wave. So I'm going to go in with a strategy in mind where I'm going to try to clear out the first wave of spiders. Then I'm going to try to burst her down with as much damage as I can possibly do before she teleports away. Then I'll switch over and try to chip down the rest of her health with Bone Marrow Ash if it feels like my damage is high enough. If not, I might have to reset and try something else. Okay, so there's an issue with this fight right now. This always happens. There's like 2 spiders at the front of the group that aren't rendered yet. They only render when you get close to them. Yeah, there he is. Isn't that annoying? Can you believe that? I don't know why it works like that. It's very strange. Okay, the problem is you can't really fight 2 spiders at the same time. Okay, we can finish them off with 2 shots each while our fire paper is active. That's a really good sign. That means it is worth it to clear out the spiders, I think. Can't quite one-shot them even when they're off balance, which is sad, but alas. Watch out, there's something behind me. I heard him. You can always hear them when they're behind you. I almost feel like I could probably be using my vials more efficiently here, but it's very risky. I think that was a gunshot. I don't think that was a stab. If that was a stab, then oops. Shooting the Raider Palace uses the R2, which is also coincidentally the button that's used for some melee attacks. Okay, cool. I don't need the fire paper either. I can actually defeat them without it. Yeah, it's kind of borderline. Now I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go back to using fire paper just to make sure I can do it, even when they're not off balance. Okay, here's the tricky part. Here's what we need to do. We need to get this enemy in a position where we can hit her and not be hitting her face, because her face is armored. Okay, our damage is pretty solid. Please stop. Please stop. I hate when she does this. It's so annoying. Oh my god. This is like one of the most trollish bosses in the entire game. All she does is just like back up and try to make it so you can't hit her. That was the worst time for that to happen. Right when I was in the middle of reloading. Okay, whatever. Okay, so what are we going to do? Are we going to fight spiders, or are we going to try to kill her fast? I think it's worth killing this group. We've got a lot of vials left, a lot of bullets left. We've got a lot of fire paper left. We just have a lot of resources. The issue is dealing with, like, saying that I'm going to deal with the spiders is easier said than done. Like, actually dealing with them is a pain. I'm actually going to hold off on the fire paper for right now because I'm in a position where I can't afford to, like, constantly shoot. And the fire paper is really worth it when I know that I can constantly shoot. Yeah, like right there, I wasn't able to even get the shots off that I wanted to. Nice, I got the off-balance shot. Oh, the pillar blocked my shot. That would have been a kill. Okay, I can get the spider for sure. Nice. Okay. Which is actually good because it sets me up with 4 bullets to kill 2 more spiders, potentially. Watch out. This is the one good thing about the Chalice Rom fight, is you can use these pillars to block her magic. You can't do this in the normal boss arena, so you just have to constantly run around and dodge everything perfectly. But in this one, you can just like chill out and hang out behind the pillars. Whoa, whoa, I did not know there was another spider over there. Alright, I wasted 1 bullet, not a big deal. What I'd like her to do is one of her close range spells. Unfortunately, she's not doing them. When she's spamming that spell, it makes the fight much harder. If you get close enough to her, she'll do melee range spells, which are way easier to play around. The problem is there's no way to really control what she does. Like, she's going to do whatever she feels like doing. And sometimes she just spams constantly. Right now it's annoying too, because I have to reload. Okay, I got my reload off. I can potentially fight this spider alone. Got a little bit of health left. That's fine. I think these are the last 2. I'm gonna switch to fire paper to deal with them. The problem is they're close to each other. Oh, nice. Sometimes you can dodge her spells based on audio cues. That's kind of what I did right there. She was off screen, but I heard her casting. Okay, the problem is now I'm really getting low on resources. I'm gonna try to break this side of her body now. Which, no, there's no way I can do it. I mean, she's not even gonna let me attack her, period. This is so... Oh my god. Why does she do this? I hate this behavior. Especially with, like, if I had a melee weapon, this wouldn't be too bad, but with gun only, like, I cannot afford to, like, to play around this. Her just sitting in the corner like this. I can't, like my fire paper, my BMA, they're gonna run out. Yeah, fire paper already ran out. That's no surprise. I think the BMA just... I have to shoot the BMA because it's going to run out otherwise. And I shot her in the face. Wasted BMA. Alright, for the final phase, we are not going to play any games with the spiders. I'm just going to do hit-and-run tactics on her. This will also prevent her from running into the corner. Typically, she runs into the corner when she's alone. If she still has support with her, she won't run into the corner. So I can technically kind of do hit-and-run shots against her right now. The problem is, of course, dealing with the actual spiders themselves. I'm going to use BMA shots. I should probably use the fire paper while I have it. Cool story, bro. Let me just heal. I got a clean 640 shot there. So we're dealing about 640 per BMA shot. So technically, I think 10 BMA shots could almost kill her. Alright, fire paper ran out. I'm going to switch to the BMA now. Oh, God, I missed. So the big difficult thing about this fight is you can actually miss her pretty easily with a gun. No, 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 don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Just run away, just run away. Run away and reset. I cannot afford to die right now. I've spent way too much resources. The problem is, the way that I've been fighting caused the spiders to kind of spread out all over the arena. Okay, I think we're good. 1 or 2 more BMA shots should finish this. One. Is that it? Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. First try. First try. Chalice Realm. Whew. That deserves a conviction. That could have gone so much worse. I could have been, if I had died at any point right there, I would have been down 4 BMA, 4 fire papers, 13 vials, and 13 quicksilver bullets, and I would have had to find some way to replace all those resources that I just used. Instead, we're good to go. And there's one more floor in this dungeon. I think the boss of this one... I should have looked while I had the boss page open. The boss of this one... It's not Amygdala, I don't think. I'm pretty sure they saved that for Defiled Amygdala. It's not the Watchdog, because you have the Defiled Watchdog coming up very soon. I don't know, I can't remember. I'm honestly drawing a complete blank. I have no idea what the boss of this floor is. Is it one of the Thumerian, like, elders, maybe? It's either, like, the Elder or the Watcher or something like that. Thumerian Descendant. I genuinely have no idea. I do not know. Which is actually probably a good thing. Because if it was a very difficult boss, I would probably remember what it was. Like, I remember Chalice Realm. Like, I never forget the floor that Chalice Realm is on, because it's such a difficult fight. We have a lot of resources, so I'm actually going to explore this floor before we go back. One thing I do like about gun-only challenges is you never have to repair your weapon for some reason. Shooting a gun just never costs any resources, or it never costs any durability. Which is kind of funny, because in real life you have to, like, constantly do maintenance on guns to keep them, like, effective. tempering 3, which is weird because the other one's dropped tempering 4, but sometimes, yeah, like sometimes 3 is higher than 4. Like this level 3 gem is 10%, but sometimes I get level 4 gems that are only like 7%. Anyway, the nourishing gem, probably weaker than what we have equipped already. Typically, attack up gems tend to be weaker than physical gems because they're more generalized, because they can boost physical and elemental damage. They give more damage overall, especially on split damage weapons, but if you're dealing with a pure physical weapon like we are, it's better to just do pure physical bonus. Okay, well the lever's right here, so this is not a very difficult floor to clear. You fool. Should I try to fight this guy, or should I just try to run away from him and get the lever? I think I'll fight him. I got way too cocky because of that parry that I pulled off last time. Yeah, I'm not going to get another parry on him. He's very difficult to parry. He, like, delays all of his moves. They're always either slightly too fast or slightly too slow to get the correct parry timing. Which, like, if you know that, then yes, technically you could slightly slow down or speed up your attack speed, but, well, you never know which one he's going to do. So that's kind of a problem. You don't know if you need to be slightly fast or slightly slow. And that was a clean kill. I mean, not too bad. I'm not sure if we actually got 4,000 worth of materials back from him. If he dropped 3 vials, then he's probably worth at least 4,000. He's probably worth killing. Is that the whole floor? I feel like they want to take pity on you, like you just spent all that time getting past Chalice Rom, and they're like, you know what, we'll take it easy on you. Maybe there's something over here, though. Hidden path. Dangerous enemies. Ah, I see. Yeah, this group is going to be tough to get past, especially with our current supplies. We don't really have any supplies, actually. And there's, oh yeah, there's spiders here too. I remember. I know where I am. I still don't remember what the boss of this floor is, but I remember this more than I remember the boss. This room with all the spiders. I think if I run on the right side of the room, I won't trigger any of the spiders. Then I just have to worry about how far the dogs will chase me. Not very far, in fact. They won't chase me at all. Oh, no way. No way that just happened. At the exact moment, too. At the exact moment where my health was low, I stepped on a trap and got instantly killed. I didn't know these spiders were going to be here. That really threw me off. Okay, well, we're fully restocked, so we might as well just go explore this area now. Especially because we have to go back there and get our echoes. The problem is I'm a little bit scared, because if those dogs picked up our blood echoes, it's going to be tough to get them back. Well, the only thing we can do is try. I'm a little annoyed that I only have 10 bullets, though. It would have been nice if we went back in here with a full stock of 20. This is the lever. I got that already. Over here is terrible foes. Gotta watch out for those traps. That's the second time this stream that I've stepped on a really deadly trap. Okay, does it look like anything in here has my echoes? I don't see that to be the case, so I'm gonna run again. Oh yeah, those are my echoes right over there. Problem is if the dogs start chasing me, things are gonna get real nasty real fast. Bro, chill out. Okay, I have to find their summoner and take her out. Oh my god. I haven't even seen the summoner yet. I haven't even seen the summoner. That's how annoying these spiders are. And then, so think about how annoying these spiders are. They've already killed me twice in like 10 seconds flat each time. On top of that, there's a summoner in this room who can summon an infinite amount of spiders. So I have to find her and kill her while these spiders are chasing me around. And I haven't even managed to get past the spiders and find her yet. My throat's getting a little dry. I'm gonna take a little water break. Let me get some water. had a very big, actually huge breakfast today, but I am starting to get hungry, so I'll probably end the stream at some point. Maybe after I finish clearing this area. Depending on how difficult the boss is, we might kill the boss as well. And then I'll probably end stream so I can go make something to eat. Which actually I don't really have a lot of right now either. I wanted to go grocery shopping yesterday. I decided not to go. But now as a result, I don't really have a lot of food in the house. I mean, I have stuff that I can make, but... I'm a little worried about the fact that I'm not seeing any blood echoes. There they are. Okay, please, stop with the one-shots. I'm gonna BMA. It's not even worth fighting these guys, legitimately. Crap. I can't find the summoner. Where is she? She's nowhere in this room. Seriously, do you see her? Is she anywhere in here? Oh, there she is. Oh my god, she has 1 HP left. These guys are gonna kill me too, before I can finish her. I don't know if there's 1 summoner in this room or 2 summoners, so I am not gonna relax yet. Sometimes these rooms have 2 summoners in them. And I'm not taking any chances. I think we're good though, nothing seems to be chasing me. Watch out for the traps. Patrick Dodson, you're making sloppy joes while at work. Oh, that sounds good. I haven't had one in a long time. They're kind of fast to make too, right? If I'm not mistaken, they're pretty fast. It's like pretty much as fast as like making a single hamburger. Yeah, I could be wrong though. It's been a while since I've had any. Ooh, free fire paper. Okay, that's clutch. That's 8,000 each times 4. That's 28,000 echoes we basically just picked up for free. On top of the 26 that we're holding. Alright, nice little treasure room beyond here. Nice try, pal. And then there's probably going to be some annoying enemies in here guarding the treasure. Remember insect. Behind you. No, there's none behind me. Well, they're probably talking about insects that are going to ambush me in here. Ooh, this is like a whole new area. I thought this was just going to be a treasure room. This is like a whole side area. Do something I can parry. Yeah, I was a little too slow. A little too slow again. I'm really bad at the enemies that you need to reaction parry. I just can never parry fast enough. I'm always too slow. I'm good at setup parries, though. But the problem is that requires the enemy to do the attack that I want them to do. Ritual materials. It's just meat and sauce. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, it's basically just, you add the sauce to the ground beef, and then you just fry it up the same way you would do a hamburger, basically. Okay, I'm 60% sure there might be some spiders in here. So I'm going to proceed slowly. That looks like a club watcher, not a... I don't think he has a scatter shot. There's no spiders. Okay, I can deal with this guy. It's going to be slow, though. Just got to chip him down. Gonna reload now. Sometimes when I have 1 blood bullet left, I still like to reload. Just because 1 is an awkward number. It's better to have like 4, 3, 2, or 5. Ooh, a tempering 4. That might be good. That is 16%. Oh, yes, finally. We got an upgraded blood gem. 16%. That's going to be a real big increase to our damage. You could always stream when I'm at work. Wishing I could be back on Bloodborne. Are you at work right now? I used to have a job where I was basically, I got to make my own hours. I could come in whenever I wanted during the week as long as I got all the tasks done in the lab. Ooh, a lot of free ritual blood. And then also, even while I was there, like, I could just kind of, like, like I said, as long as I got all the tasks done, like, that's all that mattered. So, like, I could play on my phone, I could watch stuff on YouTube, I could listen to music while I was doing my work, and then I would just write down how many hours it took me to get all the work done, and then I would get paid for those hours. Ooh, another odd gem, too. This one is plus 24 damage, so I think the 16% damage gem is probably the best item that we've got. I don't know if I want to go down here, if there's anything down there worth exploring. It's tough to know. I just don't want to risk the 33,000 echoes is the big thing. I think I'm gonna forego exploring. Usually swamp areas and like areas below bridges, typically there's usually not a lot of items down there or anything good. Because those are often areas meant to like punish you for falling. So like if you fall down into a pit, it's just like you have to spend time walking back to the main path. So I'm gonna assume there's nothing good down there. I don't think I've ever had to work on a Sunday before though. Maybe at like my very first job when I was working in fast food. They might have scheduled me to work on Sundays sometimes. But other than that, like, I never had to work on Sundays again. Alright, so pretty sure we still have, yeah, we still don't have the upgrade materials we need. You don't need to repair guns, which is nice. Blood gems, this is the big thing. So we should be able to upgrade this gem here. We're using 23 flat damage, but we should be able to upgrade it. Yeah, so 16% damage gives, it's an extra 2 damage per shot. It seems like not a lot, but it does add up with all the damage multipliers. You multiply that by 2.5, then you multiply it again by 1.4 or 1.5 or by 2. It ends up being like an extra 10 damage per shot. Better than nothing. Especially because we're going to be scaling it up more over time. So once we start scaling the damage up, the percent damage is going to be better to have on there compared to the flat damage. The flat damage won't scale up. It just kind of adds at the end of the calculations. Okay, I really want to restock our BMA. We have enough, which is good. Okay, let's go see what the boss of this area is. This dungeon has a lot of floors. I think there's a side area too. I'm not going to explore the side area if there is one. I'm just going to go in and check out the boss. If I feel like I can beat the boss, then I will go ahead and beat the boss and end the stream there. If I think I cannot beat the boss, I'm not sure exactly what I'll do. It really depends on what the boss is. I honestly have no idea. Like, I genuinely have no idea what boss is in here. If I had to guess, it's probably Thumerian Elder. But yeah, any job that allows you to watch like YouTube or do anything like that while working is always nice. It makes the time go by a lot faster. And then you're still getting paid. I mean, in my case, just the fact that I was able to make my own schedule and like, I almost never had any supervision. They literally did not care what I did as long as I got all the work done. And to me, that's like the best working environment. Okay, this is a big door, so there's going to be something in here. It's not going to be like a generic boss. This is, Bloodletting Beast, or, yeah, Bloodletting Beast. I'm pretty good at fighting Bloodletting Beast. What is our damage like? Our damage is okay. I think I'm gonna go Fire Paper. So the big thing is going to be that stomp attack. It's very difficult to dodge. It just comes out so fast. The problem is I'm shooting too much. I'm not reloading often enough. I had to heal there. It would have been too risky to try to dodge that third attack in the chain. I'm gonna heal here too. I have to get better about healing. I'm pretty good at dodging his attacks in general though. I've said this during the last challenge run, but this is like probably one of my best fights in the game. Like out of the difficult fights, this is the one that I have a lot of practice at. I gotta get Fire Paper going constantly. I should also probably be aiming to hit him, like, primarily while he's off balance for the bonus damage. Like, it really adds up, the extra bonus damage. I'm surprised I haven't broken any of these body parts yet. I gotta reload again, too. Nice. I could get the Bone Marrow Ash. I just didn't have the Bone Marrow Ash ready there. I could have got a ton of bonus damage against this face part if I had been ready. Ooh, I dodged that wrong. Wrong direction. That's embarrassing for me. It's supposed to be my best fight. Fire Paper. Gotta get the Fire Paper going. I can't neglect that extra damage. Okay. Dodge it correct direction, and we do much better damage. Right now, his face part is still broken. Anytime I can shoot him in the face, I need to be able to do that, especially when he's off balance. Like that. Oh god. Oh god. I forgot about that. Ooh, that stomp could have killed me if that hit me. I got really lucky there. I got really lucky that stomp didn't hit me. I'm a little worried. I'm less than half vials. He's only a little bit less than half health. Yeah, I forget he does that follow-up jump in this form. Because I normally fight the headless version. Which has a different phase too. I'm gonna reload here. You can actually buffer your dodge. I typically only do it like in that specific situation right there. I need Fire Paper. I'm going to do some BMA here. Nice, 657, that's not bad. Do your slam, do your slam, do your slam. Yes. I love the slam, it's so easy to punish. Oh no, I didn't reload for a while. I'm very low on bullets now. I gotta be very careful with my bullet count now. I was thinking too much about DPS, I wasn't really thinking about my bullet count. Okay, hold on, I can finish him off with BMA shots. Too early, too early, too early. My only option right now is to just dodge everything perfectly until he lets me heal. Yeah, we gotta switch to BMA. Oh, that was close. That was really close. That was really close. And we have the Defiled Chalice, the place that no one ever wants to go. And we got a Tempering 5. I wonder if the Tempering 5 is any good. It is not good. Not at all. Sad. That's a fixed gem though, so it wasn't a roll. The bosses in the story chalices, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure they give you very specific gems. Like, it's not randomized. They always, like, he'll always give you that exact gem, and it's not very good. It's just the percent, they lower the percent damage, and in exchange they give you reduced stamina costs, but stamina is a completely useless stat in Bloodborne, so reduced stamina cost is like nothing. It's like not a benefit at all. You're just losing damage. You're getting essentially nothing in exchange. Alright, so the problem is we used a lot of consumables getting past that guy. I'm going to leave this here in case we have to go back and explore later to get materials from there. I'm also going to check to see which chalices we can access. So we can't access the Defiled Chalice yet. We need to do Loran first. We have Ailing Loran. The problem is we need Cold Blood Flower Bud, which I think we can get from the bath, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we need 4, I think. If not, oh well, I just wasted a little bit of insight. That fight ended up being really... That was another one where, like, if we died there, like, that would have been devastating. That would have been so punishing, because we used so many materials. Alright, so Ailing Loran is where is depth 4. This is where you start to get really good blood echoes for like every enemy that you defeat. So once we go in here, we're gonna really start like making back the cost of all the resources we've been spending. Alright. So the next boss we should fight would be Abridus. I'm not ready for it yet, but that's who we should fight next when we are ready. I'm gonna wait on buying Bone Marrow Ash. I think it's important to restock our vials and bullets first. How much can we afford? Not very much more than what we've already bought. I'm actually going to buy a couple extra vials. And just leave 16 bullets for now. That'll be enough. I'm going to stand here next to this tombstone, so next time I stream this challenge, I'm going to remember this is what I wanted to do. I want to go into the Loran Chalice. Anyway, that's basically all I've got in me for today. Close to a 3-hour stream. Thanks to me, Mike, for stopping by earlier and being here. Thanks to Spade for checking out the stream for the first time. Thank you, Patrick, for being here for most of the stream today. I hope you were enjoying your time at work while you're having something at least moderately entertaining to watch. Brain Control and Some Oak both stopped by earlier. I would say thanks to both of them. Gamer MNK was here as well. I think I know that person. I think I know them, like not from YouTube. I think I know the username MNK. I don't remember from where though. Maybe they're in one of the Bloodborne Discord servers or on Reddit or something. There was one other person, and I know you were here. Random Jeff was here, and then PTS also stops by as well. So thanks to everybody who was here for today. I'm going to go make some lunch. For now, enjoy the rest of your day.